The Marcia Week Show. It's the Marcia Week Show. From Barbados to Africa, voices unite. Educate minds, elevate sight. It's the Marcia Week Show. It's the Marcia Week Show. From Barbados to Africa, voices unite. Educate minds, elevate sight. It's the Marcia Week Show. Talk truth, build roots, stories unfold. Motivate change, mobilize is the mode, that's the MR code. Hey! We growing, we know it.
It's a pleasant good night, Barbados. Good night. This is Marcia Weeks, and you are watching the Marcia Week Show. We are coming to you live, people, from the land of the black belly sheep, Barbados. Oh my goodness, it's all about the black belly sheep. Would you believe this black belly sheep is joining and Guyana and Barbados together, even more than you know what, they signed some agreement. You know, we can travel to each other's country without a passport. Let me tell you, this black belly sheep, oh my goodness, did you all see the Psalm 23 on the black belly sheep? It has 9 verses, and you know, I'm the one who said, listen folks, don't don't make this so funny that the seriousness is out of it. I find myself every time I'm in my house, folks, I am bursting out laughing. Dave will tell you, he's in the back, he hears me shout, scream out laughing. There is something happening, you know, all the time on on the internet with this. Okay, so this idea dropped in my mind last night, and you know, these are the 9 verses. Okay, the 9 verses, we're going to read them for you a little later in the show, but this is the first verse. Just says, Ali is my shepherd, I still want. Ali is my shepherd, I still want. He carried me from Barbados, and now I homesick bad, bad, bad. but these are some of the verses, okay? And we are going to go into the verses a little later in the program. And we also, a little later in the program, yeah, yes, I'm a big girl. How is everybody doing there tonight? Listen, this black belly sheep thing is just hilarious, because we see through the lies of these people. And everybody is laughing at it. Lucinda, hey Mavis, how you doing? Hey Jefferson, Teroni. And this is the Psalm 23 as told by a Barbados black belly sheep. Hey Judy, Jacqueline, Monica, how are you doing? Marcia Miller, I am a big girl. Lori, Bob, Lori liked and share already. Did you like and share as yet? And Lori, we are working on that community. We're not saying anything about it yet. I feel like I need to get some other things in place before I come on here to say it. Hey, Sherry Berry, God unite. Okay. Good night. God unite. Good night. Locked up and loaded. Have you shared yet? Hi, Annette Brewster, Sherry Johnson, Antonia Bartlett, Irethia, Matthew B. I got your song, but I was so busy. But when in time you tell me, I can put it out. But Dave, can you change it and let them see what's coming up a little later? A little later, folks, we are going to talk to you about a song competition. Dave, put that song competition on and let Teroni see it. Oh my goodness, it's a great. Look at it, Teroni. Look at it. Let me move this banner so you can literally see this thing. This is the Great Black Belly Sheep Song Challenge 2026. One sheep, two countries, one song. We write it, rap it, sing it to make us laugh, right? This is all being done by the Marcia Week Show. All genres are welcome: calypso, dancehall, rap, gospel, chutney, spooge, and more. Hey, you're gonna what you win is a live interview on the Marcia Week Show. This is just the last, people, just the kicks. Featured across YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Win a crown with Chief Shepherd of the Caribbean. I know you get bragging rights that last all year, folks. The Great Black Belly Sheep Song Challenge 2026. Oh my goodness. And as the show goes on, we are going to give you the rules of this competition. Somebody said the sheep don't wear any rope anymore. The sheep got a chain. You got it. This sheep is, listen. Oh my goodness. Listen, folks. Let us join together as one, Barbados and Guyana, and we can have fun. It's serious. We still want black belly sheep, but we're going to make some fun as we go along. Yes. So you got to listen, everybody. Listen, we're going to share some of these songs that have been on the internet. The songs are coming every day. I have not heard the ones from Barbados. If there is a Barbadian song, let me know, please. I know the ones from Guyana, but the song competition is open to both Guyana and Barbados, just those two countries, because the black belly sheep scandal is involving those two countries. Really? Yeah. So let's go. So let's have some fun. All right. So folks, tonight, as you know, it's Wednesday night, and we have a great show lined up for you. It's not just about the black belly sheep. We're going to tackle that, but not just yet, right? Sonia said, I was a sheep some years ago. I'm not a sheep anymore. You got that right. You got that one right. So, folks, this is the here. At 7:10, which is about now, and Dave is putting that up, is Elevate the Food Challenge. And we, we do a youth segment with three young ladies, Gracie, and there is Jalea and Kamoya. All right, and Kamoya, and they are on tonight, and they decided they want to do this TikTok food challenge, right? And so that's what you're going to see tonight. And then at 7:30, we're going to talk about migrant issues. And we have coming up on the Marcia Week show at 7:30 is going to be our former Senator Andre Worrell. He is going to come up at 7:30, and then at 8 we're going straight into this black belly sheep scandal. That's part 1. We have part 1 and part 2 of this. Then 8:30 we're going to talk about the Scotland district and all of the road repairs that's happening there and how it's impacting the citizens. We're going to have that discussion with Victor Lewis at 8:30. At 9 o'clock, WALKHOLY is going to be on the Marcia Week show for a few minutes, and they're going to be telling you about a concert that they have coming up with all of these Calypsonians. Will be in the concert, and then we are going to go to the phone lines, and during that time tell you all about the challenge. All right, the song challenge. All right, the black belly sheep song challenge. Okay, so I'm sticking again, guys. Am I sticking again? All right. If I'm sticking, can you confirm that, somebody? All right, Dave, go right ahead. We are not wasting any time tonight. Go right ahead, Dave. Well, good evening. Again with Elevate, and we have a challenge today on Elevate. It's a food challenge, and this is a famous TikTok food challenge, but it's with a difference. We're elevating it on Elevate, and this is the idea, believe it or not my idea. It's the idea of the girls. These skinny little girls, they want to do a food challenge. How many of you adults, before you start to criticize them, how many of you remember when they used to eat, do challenges, right? And they eat bread and cheese or all these different kinds of challenges. Well, this is their turn, and they're having a food challenge today, and it's what, rock, paper, scissors. They're going to teach me. So let's go over there and see what this is all about. Hello, Miss Gracie. You look. Listen, Gracie. Look at Gracie's lips. Gracie, got the lips ready for the food. She's got she got the lip gloss. That's gonna be gone in a moment, right? Yeah. So Gracie, Jalea, so excited. She told me that I got to third form. Yes.
I'm getting third form.
You got in third form. You got in third form too?
I got in fourth form.
You got in fourth form. Yes. Awesome. And you did your entrance exam yesterday, and I know you mashed it up. And Otiza, who is behind the camera. She is behind the camera. I'm gonna make her see her because she doesn't want to see her. But she did so well. I saw her report. I didn't see the reports to you all yet, but I saw your report and it off the chain, girl.
Thank
Good.
you.
Bye. So I gotta see them reports. But anyway, back to the food challenge. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to, the rules of the game is we're doing the rock, paper, scissors, and whoever is the winner will then start to eat from the table. We have fries, we have nuggets, we have bananas, we have chocolate chip cookies, and we have a variety of drinks, and we have water for all the healthy people out there. We have bananas, okay? And so this is a nice healthy one that we're doing today. Don't mind the fries and thing, okay? So we're going to start with that, and whoever wins the challenge, they will go to eat. Those of you who lose it will come over on this side. There's nothing on here, no food is here, because it's going to be a challenge. So they have a challenge to do, and yeah, they have a challenge. They have a challenge to do. and they will have to complete it as fast as possible to get over to the food table to stop this person from eating, because they will eat all the food. They will eat all the food. So we're going to see who is the winner today, okay? So let's go. We have the rules. Everybody's good with the rules? Any questions?
No.
No? All right. So,
Actually, yes.
yeah. What's that?
So, like, you're gonna tell us the challenge?
As soon as you get over there, as soon as
So
you
you'll
get
be waiting here.
Yes, I'll be waiting there.
Okay.
Okay? Going to be more this way. All right, so guys, you're in the center here, and we're going to do our first rock, paper. I think you need to take that off. Take off the. We don't want anything get in the way, and we pray there'll be no choking. Oh Lord, no choking. Oh Lord, they're ready. They're ready. They're ready. All right, you're ready to go. We're ready to go. All right, yes. All right. So go.
Oh. Okay.
Who's the winner?
Wait, you can't sit out. Let's do it again.
Oh yeah. Who's the winner?
Thing.
Okay, who win? Okay, the challenge. Your challenge is you're going to stack these cups in a pyramid. In a pyramid, using all the cups. All the cups. In a pyramid. The pyramid needs to go up. It's a pyramid. You're going to have to stack the cups in a pyramid. In a pyramid. Is she eating?
Oh, we're done.
Well, no more eating for you. No more eating for you. All right, so let's go. Let's go here now.
Wait, can't sit. Wait, no, it didn't. You shoot that one.
Who won? Okay, so she started to eat over there, and the challenge is this now, is that you're gonna drop and give me 5 push-ups. 5 push-ups right now, drop. 5 push-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
Oh my gosh.
All right, okay. Wow, it's going down. The nuggets are going down. The nuggets are going down. Okay, let's come back here. Let's come back. Oh, Lordy. Let's go again.
Wait, sorry. Okay.
She's back. All right, okay. So the question for you is this. I want you to spell abracadabra.
Okay, A-B-R-A-C-A, whoa, D-A-B-R-A.
Okay, great. Possibility.
P or
You can help?
Oh, I can help.
Yeah, you can help.
P-O, okay, help.
You can help.
P or S I B-L-E.
Help. You can help.
B-I-L, this possibility.
T
No, I.
L.
No, then T.
Teamwork.
Spelling.
Okay, all right.
No.
Stop.
What is going on? Y'all, please just see me. I know.
All right, okay, back over. Oh no, okay. So you have to tell her 2 things that you like about her, and you tell her 2 things you like about her.
I like your hair and like your eyes. They're very pretty.
Thank you. I like the way how you speak, and I also like your hair.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Stop it.
No, hold a minute here. I think it's going down. What do you all think?
I think it's been going down.
It's been going down?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm about to give you something longer to do. All right. Something longer. Oh my goodness. So who's won 2 already? You won 2. You won? Okay, and 0 for Gracie. So everybody, you keeping score at home? Keeping score at home? So this is my girl Kamoya. She's got 1, 2. And Kamaya 1, 2. And Jalea 1. And Gracie 0. All right, well, let's see. Rock, paper, scissors, let's go.
Okay. You won.
Oh my goodness, here we go again. Well, you know what? This time I'm going to do something a little different. I want you to run around and come through. So you're running around and coming back. Here, catch them. They're coming back. Stop. Oh my goodness, it's gone. So here we go.
Girl, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. Okay.
Okay, so there you had 2. You want 2?
2.
And 2. Okay. Gracie, girl, I think those nuggets are leaving you. Those nuggets are leaving you, Gracie.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord. All right. So what I want you to do is to tell her 2 things you like about her, 2 things you like about her.
I love your hair, by the way, and your eyes.
Okay. Okay, that's funny. I love your smile and I love your personality.
Okay, well, let's see what's happening over here.
Oh my gosh.
No! Only 1. How many? Look, how many left? How many
6.
left? 6 nuggets are left. Gracie, have you had any yet?
No.
No, you haven't had any yet. All right. Well, guys, we are going to go in for a quick break and come right back. Well, folks, that is Elevate Our Food Challenge, and we literally are coming right back at you or to you with part of the program. We won't be able to finish all of it tonight. I just wanted to say that I had so much fun with these young ladies. This was their idea. They wanted to do this. As you know, last time we had something that was so tough for them as they were talking about fatherhood. And they say, Auntie, I want to do something. We want to do something fun. So I just had fun with them and I enjoyed it thoroughly. You could hear me laughing all the time. We also have coming up later in the show at 7:30. And in 8 minutes, 8 minutes, we are going to have former Senator Andre Worrell, and he's going to be speaking on the migration issues, some of the challenges that the immigrant workers are experiencing right here in Barbados. Then we're going to also hear from Victor Lewis. He's going to talk about the Scotland district and what is happening there in terms of the road repairs and, you know, how it's affecting the citizens. And we have our fun. We have a segment on the black belly sheep as well coming up in the program. So over to you, Dave. Folks, we are back. Officially, we are back. And Gracie has been making. Listen here. Gracie has been negotiating. Gracie, what are you telling me?
I'm not negotiating. I'm just asking if they could change up their strategies a little bit so we can all have fun in this game.
Gracie, you're having fun. Aren't you having? It's a game, Gracie. Are you having fun?
No. No, I'm having fun.
You're having fun, Gracie. Yeah. You have not touched any of the food yet. All right. All right. So let's go again. All right, you ready? Rock, paper, scissors. All right. So now, what you guys are gonna do? Dropping into 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Sorry. Whoa! The thing is done. What's going on here? This is over. Only 3? Only 3?
Only 3.
Look at her. Look at her mouth. You have too much in your mouth. All right. Okay. Let's go again. Let's go again. Rock. All right. So we're ready again. Gracie, I think are you fasting today?
You know what? Yeah, it's okay. We'll be fast.
Yeah? All right. Gracie won! Gracie won! All right. So, so here we go. Keep an eye on Gracie. Gracie is eating away over there. And your challenge is you're going to spell. Okay? So you're going to spell, your word is manipulation. No. M-A-N, you said you. Can you help?
No.
Manipulation. Oh, Gracie, looks like you're going to be eating for a while. Manipulation.
M-A-N.
Uh-huh. Money, P, yeah.
U.
Yes.
L-A-T-I-O-N.
Yes, correct. Keep the camera on her. Keep the camera on her. Keep the camera on her. Gracie, that's how you do it. Yes. Yes. It's done. The nuggets are gone, folks. The nuggets are gone. Yes, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Gracie, well, let's go. We're not waiting on you. Rock, paper, scissors. All right. So what I want you to do is to take these cups, fill them up with water, and bring them back and put here. Right? Fill them up with water and come back. Well, I wonder let's see what's happening with Jalea out here. What is Jalea doing? Oh my God, she is destroying it. She is destroying it, man. She is destroying, all the chips are gone. Oh my goodness, Jalea. What? No, look at her. Look at her. All the chips. Oh my God, you're starting on the chocolate chip cookies. She is on the chocolate chip cookies, and these are only 4 cups, and they have 2 more cups sitting here. Oh my goodness, 2 more cups are here. 2 more cups are here. What is Jalea doing? Jalea is on her second cookie. Jalea, you're on your second cookie. She's watching them. Jalea's eyeing them on the side here. Jalea, look like you want some water, man. Jalea.
Done.
You're done. Stop. All right. They did it. All right. Back in the center. Look at Jalea's mouth. Listen, they have destroyed all of this here. They have destroyed it. Oh my Lord. All right, so let's go. Gracie, you're still licking your lips. That lip gloss, your lip gloss is gone, Gracie. The lip gloss is gone.
Yeah.
Gracie, wait. Gracie, wait.
All right. So for you guys, what you're gonna do, I want you to skip 25 times. Skip.
1, 2, 3.
Wow, I tell you. All right. So we're coming down two more. So let's see where we are right now. How many did you win?
4.
How many?
2.
2 and 1. Okay, so we seem to be having a winner here, and I think the winner will take all. All right, folks. Well, we are going to take a break from this week, and we will continue this next week. And who do you think is going to be the winner? Winner, Jalea, Gracie, or Kimoya? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Who do you think? I know Teroni has been following it. Which of the girls you think is going to be the winner? Jalea, Kimoya, or Gracie? Go ahead and put your comments in the comment section. Put the names in the comments. Who do you think is going to be the? Somebody said Gracie. Judith said Gracie is going to be the winner. Well, we will see. We will see. Oh boy, it's good. It's good for them to have good, clean fun, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that. They are finished their exams, and this is a game they wanted to play, and I had fun playing it with them. Well, we have the former Senator Andre Worrell is here with us, and I put him in, and I didn't even give him a warning. That was a mistake. That was a mistake.
That's not a problem.
That's fine. But I saw that you were all smiles watching the girls. Listen, you used to do any food challenges when you were growing up, and as a boy, you used to have these food challenges at school or church.
Nothing as intense as what I saw there just now. I think we would have enjoyed that. So no one would give us the opportunity to actually eat all of those chocolate cookies and stuff like that. So we would have enjoyed that.
You would have had to share it with your brothers and sisters, right?
Not necessarily. If I could get it eaten myself.
Eating us. Well, it's good to them to have good, clean fun. They're all being promoted to either third form or fourth form, and I'm very, very happy for them. Well, former Senator Andre Worrell is here, and he's going to be talking to us about some migrant issues. We're seeing some challenges right here in Barbados, and I know you started 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago to discuss some of those challenges with us, and then we saw all the drama in the newspaper, in the current media, and only a couple of days ago. So I'm just going to give you the floor and just let you go ahead and educate us.
Okay, thanks, Marcia, and good evening to all of the viewers. Now, I think it is just happened to for everything fall into place because we have been dealing with the migrant issues for a couple of weeks on the
Yes,
show and
yes,
highlighting the challenges and where it does not work, and also bringing the world view, highlighting the issues in South Africa where the South Africans are having issues with migrants being in the country, and they gave them a deadline until the 30th of June to leave. Some persons have been leaving. The government is now working with the people of South Africa to assess the status of the persons there, giving the police the authority to assess the status of persons in South Africa, because you want a control situation, and the South Africans have obviously been crying out because they recognize a number of migrants have come to the country. They're finding difficulties getting jobs in their own country, and it has also diluted the quality of pay for the jobs. And now dropped in our laps the front page of the Sunday Sun on
mm-hmm.
just last Sunday, and all that would have transpired from last Wednesday. But I want Barbadians to know that a lot of what you see in Barbados is choreographed and curated for our viewing pleasure, because those things would not have made it to the front page of the paper unless it had gone through the big works minister. Never forget that statement. All big works in this country must go through who? And I'm certain that the viewers know who. And the fact that it is happening and it has been highlighted, it does not mean that the issue is being dealt with. It does not mean that it is a surprise to them. It does not mean it's a situation that they did not know anything about, because we warned them of this situation happening. And as you traverse Barbados, you can see it happening. And I also want to remind the public that in 2008, when the Democratic Labour Party came to office after the Barbados Labour Party was in for over 14 years from 1994 to 2008, we found similar conditions where migrant workers in Barbados at that time, it was mostly Guyanese, were being exploited. They were being forced to live in very inhumane living conditions. As I mentioned before on the show, with persons living in chicken pens and pig pens that were reconfigured to house persons. And that was one of the reasons why we had a number of undocumented workers in Barbados. And the then Prime Minister Thompson at the time said that we need to fix this situation. And we need to know how many migrant workers are in Barbados, how many immigrants are in Barbados, and have them legalized so that the government would know, because there are a number of implications in this situation. You have health challenges. If you have persons in a country and they're living in conditions which are unsanitary, it can cause the spread of disease within those conditions. Things like scabies, a number of different disease. Look, just the other day we had scarlet fever. Where did that come from? In Barbados, being in
Mhm.
a student population, all of these are things that you need to consider, because these are diseases that are not common. Scarlet fever in particular, not common within the Barbadian population because of our immunization and vaccination program. So where did it come from all of a sudden? And these are things that you need to be mindful of. So that was a package that was dropped there, and I hope that Barbadians, that their eyes are open to what is really happening in this country and realize that this government leaves a lot of information out. I see that you have the video there to share, because I remembered, and I also, it took me down memory lane when I saw the article in the paper, because when we debated the immigration bill in October of last year, because remember from the 1st of October 2025, this
Yes,
government made it legal for CARICOM nationals to come to Barbados to seek jobs without having to obtain a work permit, that they
yes,
can come and they can stay and they can find jobs. And when we debated that in the Senate in October, I think it was the 22nd of October, 2025, one of the things that I mentioned was the standard, and I also mentioned um, the need for workers on construction sites to have the same standard of pay immigrant workers as local workers, because as a result of that, it was chasing away a number of Barbadians from the construction site, and they were not being able to get jobs. And I remember being challenged in the Senate by the leader of government business, Senator Lisa Cummings, making it seem as though it was given inaccurate information, because
yes,
I said that we need to have the procedures in place for the labor department and for someone to uphold the standard. And I was told that the government had put provisions in place for labor officers to do those inspections. But here we are in June, July 2026, and you see that the said government has fallen short, because from the article I understand that they were inspected in December, but by June or July, it had gotten worse, and there were numerous complaints for it. Now, we know that our labor department in Barbados is not adequately staffed, and that they do not respond as quickly as they ought to complaints from Barbadians, far less complaints from immigrants. And
yes,
this puts a very nasty stain on the country. Thankfully, none of those persons were CARICOM nationals from the nationalities
yes,
called. But what if it was a Jamaican? What if
Yeah.
it was Guyanese living in that condition? What if it was persons from St. Vincent living in those conditions? What would the Prime Minister say to her other?
Yeah, I mean, they just had the CARICOM meeting. Do you want us to play this video right now?
Yes, please, you can.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Dave. Thank you so much.
I think that if we want this regional integration process to work, one standard which we must set is that if we have a standard of pay across a sector, that standard of pay must be maintained and the conditions of service must be maintained regardless of the nationality of the persons doing the job, so that you will not have
heard from the Ministry of Labor, and even in the course of this debate, it is not, the honourable member must not begin to mislead the House when corrected, then attempt to dig down on it, but change the focus of what he was saying originally. Mr. President, the monitoring of persons who are looking at construction sites has also been announced as part of those interventions, including in the debate in the other place on this same bill, Mr. President, where it was announced that the capacity of the Ministry of Labor to monitor sites and to monitor workplaces was going to be expanded.
Thank you, Senator Cummings.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. President, and thank you, Senator Cummings, for confirming everything that I said and intended to say with regard to the construction industry, because she said it was going to be done. She said also that it did happen, and my point that I made is that we have no way of policing it until we have the labor officers in place, which she just confirmed that they're not yet in place. Listen, sip some St. Lucie brown water and just chill.
Listen, the parliament, listen, the lower house, upper house, not the same anymore. Not the same anymore since you guys are you guys not there. Not the same anymore. That's funny, but an important point that you were making. but over to you, Senator Worrell, former Senator Worrell.
Exactly, and it shows that this government is very good of trying to control the narrative in this country, and
Yes.
they will attack you and they will go after you if you say something that they do not want being said, as Senator Cummings did, to try to give the narrative that the impression that these inspections were happening and the government had the capacity to do it. And here we
Yes.
are in 2026, nearly a whole year later, and the government has fallen short in terms of their capacity to inspect these sites. And I am telling you that this is just one that was highlighted, but there are probably a whole lot more going across this country, not only in the construction sites, but you also need to look at the nursing homes as well. You need to look into the agricultural sector. You need to look into the gas stations. You need to look into a number of different places in Barbados to see where migrant workers are being victimized, and it is going to put a very nasty stain on the reputation of Barbados. Remember when Qatar was preparing for the FIFA World Cup? And
Yes.
you had the stories of the migrant workers, the way how they were treated in Qatar and other countries. We do not want to have a similar situation here in Barbados. And you know that if they're bringing in these migrant workers and putting them to work under such conditions, it means that they're obviously doing it because they intend to pay them less. And in the same article you read that monies were being deducted from their salaries for cleaning the facilities, money was being deducted from their salaries for airfare, and also a fee was being deducted just in case that they left, an insurance fee in case they left the job site before the contract period had ended. I also made a point in that same debate in 2025 that I had heard of stories where a number of contractors would submit bids to pay their general workers, because the standard pay in Barbados for a general worker on a construction site is roughly between $75 to $100. And many of them would
Per day.
submit per day. Many of them would submit bids to pay workers at that salary, but end up paying far less, $60
Oh,
or
yes.
less than that. Right, and it
Wow.
was told that that would not happen. That's how we got to the conversation about the Labor Department inspecting these construction sites and adhering to the contracts as well. But no, we know that is not happening. I am
But
hoping that Barbados, go ahead.
no, complete your thought,
I'm
and I'm going to
hoping that
make.
Barbadians does not allow this to fall on deaf ears, but we pursue this matter because it's also impacting on Barbadian workers as well. That is why the Barbados Workers Union was there doing it in the first place. This didn't just come about by chance or because of the goodness and the graciousness of the General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union. Remember that she just lost or will soon be losing some what you call it in terms of the payments that workers
Dues,
pay,
union dues.
union dues, because of the
Yes.
incident with the C.O. Williams construction and other
Ah,
companies in Barbados which have been closing
but
down.
you stick a pin and you come back to that, because I want to hear more of that, but I don't want this to miss people. Andre, I don't want people to, the fact that I want people to realize that here was Senator at the time, Senator Andre, in the Senate, and he was making a very important point. Now, often they say, "Oh, they're just giving trouble and they just want to criticize," but don't you realize that this is what, about 6 months later, 6 or 8 months
Yes.
later, the same thing that you brought up in the Senate as an issue, where you saw that this is something that the government needed to tighten up on, is now a big disgrace to them. And they've created a whole drama out of it. And I want to make that point, because they love to say that you guys, yourself and Mr. Thorne, and you all were just creating havoc in Parliament, but when you look and you see that this was something that was very real, a real and present issue for Barbados, and she stood up. It's the flowery words, Barbadians, flowery, and tried to correct Andre. But look at it now. This is the issue right now, and I wanted people to not miss that. But continue, please.
Exactly. And these are the things, because many of the issues that this government has led this country in, we will come to a time in this country when the underbelly of Barbados will be exposed, and we will recognize all of the bad dealings that this Barbados Labour Party government has gone into, to the detriment of the people of Barbados and to the reputation and the image of this country, because they never follow through with their plans. Their plans are never really properly thought through. No one in Barbados is opposed to immigration, but all we are saying, it must be properly managed. And when we're saying it must be properly managed, it must not be done to the detriment of Barbadian workers. And what we are seeing happening now is that Barbadian workers are the ones who are suffering, the ones who are getting the short end of the stick in every single way, because they're not thinking it through. You can't just open up your doors to people and say, come, there's space here, fill it. You have to take in consideration, how are you going to feed these people? How are you going to take care of their medical needs? How are you going to educate them and their children? Can you
Yes.
afford to pay them and pay Barbadians a salary that they can afford to live off of, given the high cost of living in this country? Look, just on Sunday, I believe it was, when people were expecting the gas prices to go down, you just heard sweet words in the budget, but then on Sunday, the gas prices gone up at a time for liquefied petroleum gas, which is the bottled gas that you use to cook with, and it has gone up from $60, from $160 for the 100 pound to $180. That's by $20 more. At a time when
Wow.
majority of Barbadians would be looking to purchase that to prepare items to sell for a crop over. So this
But
government
hold
knows.
a minute. But I thought that they were going to cushion these price increases, because they the reason she gave was that she has to use all the resources to cushion the fuel price increases, so that she's not able to do anything for the 60th. We can't celebrate the 60th because she has to put the resources to buffer. The word is to buffer. So where is that buffer?
But you know, the election was in January, which has passed. It's not in January that is coming. So she will
Yes,
say anything now.
I love it.
But the votes are already
Gone, yeah,
gone.
they're
And
gone.
they have 5 years to play with. So, and you know what they say, that we have short memory. So by the time of now and the next election, we will not remember a single word about buffering the energy prices, because you're putting it on our backs. You expected a reduction in the fuel prices at the pump as well, but what, you got 15 cents and then it was taken off? Nothing, right? And still, and you know what? The gas prices on the international market were coming down. They
Hmm.
were coming down. Well, you don't know what it would be like tomorrow, but they were coming down at that time, right? But going back to immigration, we as a country, we really need to pay attention to how we are managing this immigration process. It is not working out for Barbadians. A number of you have a construction boom happening in the country, but when you go on it, it is not employing a number of young Barbadians. And they're not finding it easy to get jobs in other territories as well, because other countries are closing their doors. Antigua, last month, announced that they will be changing the requirements for work permits in the country, so that
Really?
to protect workers in Antigua. So you understand that? So everybody else is doing things to protect their citizens and the workers and their citizens, but Barbados is saying no, every is a free for all for everybody to come. And yet still you cannot get jobs, and the jobs that you are getting, you cannot afford to pay for things in the supermarket. You cannot afford to pay your rent. You cannot afford to get a house, because this government has really not built any low income housing solutions. All of these things matter. And all know people, up to yesterday, I heard at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, there's a rush in terms of the accident and emergency because of the respiratory cases, and they're asking you not to turn up to accident and emergency and use the other services available. Does this sound like a country that has the capacity to deal with an unlimited amount of migrant workers? It does not. And Barbadians are suffering. And you're saying you're not getting jobs. You're seeing an increase in the crime rate. You're seeing more young people, because they're so turned off, turn into using drugs and other things, because the reality is that they need some form of escape, but this government is not providing any solutions for them. Yes, we might have a football match between now and November. I really
Hmm.
would like to understand why we cannot celebrate the 60th anniversary of independence in this country. We really need to know what is the true um, economic figure that we have, because you heard just a couple of weeks ago, well, last week, that the tourist arrival numbers for December were inaccurate, and the statistical
Yes.
department put out the information. They take the blame. When it's a problem, the civil servants take the blame, but the politicians never come forward to face the music. And I would like to say, do not blame the labor officers for this situation. They did not cause it to happen, because they could not go on any of those sites unless the minister authorized them to go. And even if they went and they did a report, unless the minister action gave authority for action to be taken on that report, it would be a hush hush matter in this
Mm,
country. That is how big works operate in this country. Remember, all big works go through who in this country,
yeah.
and that is the way how it operates.
Yeah. I mean, what you're saying there makes so much sense. Everybody is seeking to crack down on this whole migration issue so that they can take care of their own people. It's all over Europe. We know, of course, the US, and you were now saying Antigua. I didn't even realize it was happening right here in Antigua. And this Dave has something here, that modern day slavery in migrant labor markets. And there's an important point to raise at the beginning: the impact this could have on tourism. When migrant laborers come to Barbados and they are put in very, very horrible conditions, when this gets out internationally, it could be very, very bad for the country. Remember, even you talk about Qatar, but remember Dubai. When all that came out, all the news that came out, that the city was built, it's beautiful, but it was at the expense of these
Migrant labor.
migrant laborers who
Exploited.
living exploited. Yeah.
Right, and these are things that you really need to take into consideration. Another thing that it also affects too, customer service.
How is
Because,
that?
okay, you have a number of persons who are working in our gas stations, and they're working in other areas as well too, on migrant laborers, and they're taking away jobs from the locals. And the locals who do work in those areas, they're working for less money. So you're coming to work already with a problem. What sort of customer service do you think you'll deliver? Being realistic. And then, as I said to you, it goes into other fields as well. The nursing homes in Barbados. There are a number of migrant laborers working in these nursing homes who are being subjected to conditions that Barbadians cannot work under. They want them to work additional time in these nursing homes without the pay and at very short notice. And the Barbadians are being pushed out of these jobs because if the migrant worker will stay on until 2 hours later or come to work at short notice because they don't have any children to get to school or anything like that, their children are back in their country being taken care of by their grandparents and stuff like that. But the Barbadian worker who has to make sure that her son or daughter gets to school or that somebody's home when the son or daughter comes home and prepares dinner for them and legitimately cannot stay, they're being treated as though they're not good workers and they're being terminated from their jobs. So eventually you will have a situation where it's going to impact on the level of customer service that you see in the gas stations, in the supermarkets, in the hotel sector, because they're going into a number of different places. And like you said, it will ruin the reputation of this country. So people are looking to see how less they can pay and how much they can save from their wage bill, but they're not looking down the line to see how it would impact on productivity, the quality of the work, and the quality of the service which is being delivered. And if you have a situation where Barbadians are not getting decent work in their own country, you will have problems down the line. I am telling you that.
Yes, yes. Well, we have another 2 minutes, and I'm looking to see if there are any questions or comments. I think people are very much, agreeing with a lot of what you are saying. And Dave has found the article here. Antigua and Barbuda tightens work permit rules to prioritize local hiring. Yes, this is Friday, June 12th, 2026.
We would love to see some of that happening here in Barbados because you see work permits coming in for jobs that Barbadians can do. Um, Security jobs. We are training persons in the hospitality industry. A number of jobs that Barbadians can do. You want tell me what qualifications do you need to pack car parts in a warehouse? And what sort of state of art facility do you have that a Barbadian is not able to operate in that facility that you need to get a work permit to bring in someone? And it's an organized situation in this country, and it is making it harder for Barbadians to get jobs.
Yes. Well, we have a minute. They watch the show because I can tell you, I see some responses from the Minister of Agriculture,
Mhm.
and Chantel Monroe Knight, and I could tell you, they watch the show, or they assign somebody to watch the show. If government is watching tonight, what you have a minute? What can you say to them?
Well, I can say to them, I told you so, and that they really need to come clean with the people of Barbados, and they need to put the information out there that Barbadians need. We cannot go headlong into this migrant worker situation at the detriment of Barbadians. So you need to put Barbadians first and save this country from going down the wrong road.
Yes, well said, well said. Always good. I just love the way you speak. The words just flow out of your mouth. I love it. I love to listen. Packed with information that you shared tonight, also on what David Thompson had to do. I remember that because I was living
Mhm.
here when he came in trying to clean up what they did. And then
But
it
when
came
you
up for xenophobia. You remember that?
Exactly. When they try to repackage it now, they try to repackage it now as though we did not care for our CARICOM nationals, but we cared for
Yes,
them so much that we did not want them to be exploited. We told them it is better for you to leave and come back through the correct channels.
yes,
And
yes. And
so
everything
said,
done.
so done, they came back through the correct channels. But you had a number of persons here in Barbados being exploited. And these are things that you also have to look on the human rights and the trafficking of persons list as well. We don't want Barbados to get into that situation. Imagine what
Yes.
would happen with young women coming to Barbados seeking work, can't find the work, and then being forced into prostitution. That's all of that could happen.
Awful. Well, we're hoping that in the next 2 weeks or so you'll be able to join us and continue. I would love to hear more about the human rights, and some of those violations, possible violations, and how that could affect us internationally. Because I tell you, that's the only thing that they're going to listen to, and we need to bring that up. Wait, I think something is coming through. Well, thank you so much, Andre. Thank you. It was very informative as usual. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you, Marcia.
Yes. Bye bye. Awesome, 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 again. And whenever these people are on, I keep notes. I learn things, and that's what just happened in that segment. This is a wonderful, I have to say, I thank God for the Marcia Week show because I learned. I'm learning so much on this show. I don't know about you, but this is so much education for me. And I thank everybody for their contribution to the show. Coming up a little later is going to be Victor Lewis, and he's going to talk to us about the Scotland district and all the roadworks that are happening there and the impact on the citizens. And as you know, the roadworks have been carried out by the Chinese, and we want to see how that's impacting the citizens who are living there in St. Andrew. But before we do that, I promise you that we're going to go back to the black belly sheep scandal that is occurring between Guyana and Barbados. All right, the black belly sheep, we want to make that very clear, belong to Barbados, but the scandal is happening between it's between the two countries. And so I there's a psalm that I want to read for you, the psalm, because we only read the first verse. So we're going to read the psalm, and at the same time I want to bring to you a very serious article that I found um, from Iceland. Okay. And there's some lessons from Iceland. I don't know whichever one Dave has. I think I'll do. Dave, you want me to do the lesson from Iceland first, or what do you want me to do? Oh, okay. I'll do the psalm first. Thank you. So Psalm 23. So this is an idea that hit me late last night. Ask me why I don't go to my bed. Psalm 23. We all know the scripture, Psalm 23, and we're just having fun, okay? So don't write me and tell me that this is sacrilegious. You know what the scripture is. All right. So say the scripture as you know it. This is a parody. It is, all right. It's just funny. Psalm 23, as told by a Barbados black belly sheep. Ali is my shepherd. I still want. He carried me from Barbados, and now I'm homesick. Bad, bad, bad. And this is Ali over here saying, where Ali's saying, oh, Dave, it's too big now. It's too big now. It's gone. Somebody said, Mrs. Weeks, you're able. Dave? Okay, we're trying to get it back on the screen. You said these are black belly sheep fraudster. Lori Bob said that is why I come to class. Yes. There's so much to learn. Yeah. Verse 2 says verse 2 says he maketh me lie down in green pastures. That part true. We got raised wooden floors, imported grass, VIP sheep accommodation, oil money, real sweet. That's verse 2. Verse 3, he restoreth my soul. Well, maybe, but when I tried to go home, he said, not today. My passport is somewhere in a drawer. So he's saying that Ali hiding his passport. He can't get home. That's verse 3. Verse 4, he leadeth me beside still waters. Well, maybe, but first he built a state for the water pipe. He lead me beside still waters. Well, he says the state probably paying for the water bill. Verse 5, he prepareth a table before me, far away from the opposition. But Mohammed still find me, snap the pictures and put me upon the evening news. Verse 6, he anointed my head with oil, not for my health, but for photo ops. Say, look how I take care of my, look how I take care of my sheep. Seven, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me. But every time I look back, all I see following me is Mohammed drone. Mohammed used a drone. Mohammed used a drone and find out about the thing. The guy, and he said a drone was sent over the ranch. So that's why I wrote 7 like that. Verse 8, I will dwell in his ranch forever or until the next election. Well, I know Mohammed would like that. Mohammed waiting for the next election. Verse 9. Let's see. Let me move the banner so we can see verse 9. Please, Lord, help me. Let me escape his pen. Take me back to Barbados where I belong. Amen. And pass the motion. Listen, 1,000 sheep from Barbados, none can return. We belong in Barbados. Take me home. All right. I know my Bajan is not the best, okay? But that's the best I can do for you on behalf of the sheep. Okay? On behalf of the sheep. Are you guys hearing me? Hogan Yalu says not hearing anything. Can you hear me? Anybody hearing me out there? All right, so folks, let's get to this lesson from Iceland. So in all the fun, put the fun and the joke aside, we want to talk about Iceland. Okay. Last Monday, I started off by talking to us about national heritage. And most of you would know, if you've been watching this show long enough, I'm Jamaican by birth. And so everything for me is about national heritage, patriotism. That's just how I grew up. And that's why at first I said, you know what, please don't laugh at this thing and we don't have a serious part to it, because there is a serious part to all of this. And I want to talk to us, remind us about national heritage. And funny enough, do you know that this article was sent to me by a Jamaican living in Barbados? I think he's lived here longer than I have lived here. His accent is probably thicker than mine, Jamaican accent, but he's been here, and I think he got what I was trying to say. And all I'm saying, in all of the laughter and all of the jokes, don't forget national heritage. Because sometimes the greatest wealth of a country isn't buried underground, you know. It's not the oil, and it's not, you know, the natural gas, and it's not, it sometimes it is alive. It is walking, it's breathing, it's producing, it's reproducing, and carrying hundreds of years of history in its bloodline. Let's look at Iceland. The Icelandic horse. This Icelandic horse, you've seen it all over pictures. We learn about it in school, etc. It's famous all over the world. It is one of the purest horse breeds on the face of the earth. The Icelandic horse. But here's something many people don't know, and I didn't know this until I started to research after I got the article. If an Icelandic horse leaves Iceland, it can never return. If an Icelandic horse leaves Iceland, it can never return. Did you guys hear that? Not because Iceland doesn't love its horses, you know. Quite the opposite. Because Iceland loves them enough to protect them. And that's one of the reasons you heard me say to Miss McLean, I was never one who was fond of that idea. A lot of times I will say the government, they have good ideas. The problem is usually implementation. For me, this particular one, never loved the idea. I just did not like the idea of the national heritage leaving Barbados. Why is it that Iceland would never have, if the Icelandic horse leaves Iceland, it can never return? Why? Because Iceland has spent over 1,000 years preserving the genetic purity of that breed. In fact, laws dating back to 982 AD, reinforced by modern biosecurity legislation, prohibit importing horses into Iceland. Can you believe that? 982 AD. Once an Icelandic horse leaves the country, it is not allowed back, to prevent diseases and protect the breed's unique genetics. I know it's different with a sheep and so on, but it's a principle of it that I'm sharing with you. But think about that. 1,000 years. This is all new to me. This is why I say I love the Marcia Week show. I get to learn things. 1,000 years. 1,000 years of protecting a bloodline. 1,000 years of saying, this belongs to Iceland. Why would they do something so drastic? Because once a unique blood is diluted, you cannot recreate it, you know. Once foreign diseases enter an isolated population, the consequences can be devastating. Remember, if you have unique genetics, you need to protect that. So that brings me to Barbados. We have something equally special. Or is it that you don't believe it's special? I had this conversation with Dave because the other night, as I was talking about national heritage and the black-bellied sheep, I wasn't feeling you all. I wasn't feeling the audience at all. And I wondered to myself, do you really think that you have something that is special? I think, based on the history of what I read online and what I've known since I've been here, the black-bellied sheep, the Barbados black-bellied sheep, is something unique. It's special. Not just any sheep. Our name is in the breed. It is recognized around the world. Why? Anybody out there know why it's recognized around the world? So probably that's why we don't, so I love a good laugh. So I'm going to make jokes about the black belly sheep. I will. But there's a serious side to this thing. Very serious. Because the black belly sheep is recognized around the world for its parasite resistance, its hardiness, fertility, and ability to thrive in tropical climates. Those are some of the things. I found out that scientists and even livestock breeders, they study it. They study the black belly sheep because of those remarkable traits. That is not just livestock, people. This is Barbados. It's a part of your genetic heritage. So I think that all of us, we should ask a simple question, not just of the government, but of ourselves. Stop and ask. Let us stop for a moment. And, on the show, we say everything is not just the government. I know they're listening and they're happy when I say that. But we're going to deal with the government soon. But I'm saying that everything is not, we have to ask ourselves, how do we protect those bloodlines? How do we protect that heritage? How do we ensure that 100 years from now, people are still talking about the Barbados black belly sheep? You see why I did not like the idea of it leaving these shores? This is not about isolation. It's about stewardship. We came and we saw them here. We came and that was, we learned the history in school. Why are we trying to change that now? And I do know it's not the first that they were sent from Barbados. I know it's not the first. I am saying, my opinion, I don't think that we should. We should be able to find the solutions here. It's about stewardship. If we export breeding stock, what safeguards exist? What kind of breeding records are being kept where we've sent them? What genetic material remains here in Barbados? How are we protecting the integrity of the Barbados black belly sheep? Those are serious agricultural questions, legitimate ones, that I know the government is listening, and I would like to, and I'm asking them these questions. Because unlike us, the Icelanders, they understood something profound. You cannot replace a national breed once it's lost. You just can't recreate, centuries of selective breeding. This is based on what I've seen. Some things are just too valuable to treat casually. So perhaps we should begin having that conversation. Not because we should copy Iceland exactly, but because we should ask ourselves, what is our strategy for protecting one of our greatest agricultural treasures? Or do we see it as a treasure? See, because that is bigger than politics or this government and that government. The government will come and government will go. Okay? But the Barbados black belly sheep belongs to generations yet unborn. So our responsibility is not merely to enjoy that inheritance that has been left to us, but we have to preserve it. And this is I hope we take this very seriously. Once that genetic heritage is lost, there's no act of parliament, there's no government program, there's no amount of money that can buy it back. We just sit down and all we're doing is blaming this person and that person who did it, but it happened right when in our lifetime, when we were alive. Should Barbados establish a national blackbelly conservation program? How do we ensure Barbados never loses this unique breed? Very interesting article, and I thank the person who sent it to me. As I said, it's something that I'm always learning. Yeah, I yeah, and God United is talking about the Bajan cherry. There's so many things that's ours, and it's important that it's protected. I'm a firm believer in that. And you see, Pedro, this is what you said there. That's my greatest fear, and that's why I never liked the idea, never. But people, they see, they come up with these fancy ideas, and they run off with them. But there's this article. Let's switch gears quickly. Let's switch gears quickly, and I'm going to send you, Dave. There's this. I want to send you something, Dave, on WhatsApp. But there's this article in front of us, and this is an article by it's Barbados Today, and we see a smiling picture there of Chantel Monroe Knight. And I don't know if Dave could put it back up. And I want to talk about it because I'm wondering if they are actually taking this thing seriously. And you could see the comments on the Facebook when this article was put up. And so she is making the claim that that there are thousands of sheep in Guyana. And she's also talking about, creating a local program, which is good. That's what we want to hear about, that, because that is what I was speaking on. But I saw a comment on the Facebook page where this article was placed, and they said, the comment actually said that she was responding to the Marcia Week show, because we've been asking, since this whole scandal, the black belly sheep scandal started, we've been asking for, some data. We want to know what happened, right? And the agricultural minister, Dr. Chantel Monroe Knight, in that article indicated that the government is now drafting a new strategy to revive Barbados blackbelly sheep population after acknowledging, she said, that the national flock has failed to expand, even while Guyana is reporting significant growth using breeding stock imported from Barbados. That's what she says. Well, we welcome the minister's response, because I know we've been asking for it. Public discussion is healthy, and our questions deserved answers. But that response, I think, also raises more questions, Dr. Chantel Monroe Knight. The article tells us that Guyana has seen remarkable growth. And that's wonderful. But our response is very simple. Show us. Show us the sheep. Show us the thousands of sheep. This is an age where you could take a cell phone. Show us the farms. Show us the videos, Chantel Monroe Knight. Show us the photographs. We saw Alice, the black-bellied sheep, at Alice Ranch, President Alice Ranch. Show us the photograph. We want them time-stamped. I saw in Guyana they use an old photograph to say that the sheep are alive and well. And the people on Facebook pointed out to the Guyanese officials and told them that's an old picture. Why you went to Guyana? Is it true? I read that somewhere that you, Chantel Monroe Knight, you went to Guyana. Why didn't you come back with pictures? Why didn't you come back with videos? You guys love the media and you love to show off. Why didn't you come back showing your phone should be packed with pictures? You are the Minister of Agriculture. And you know there's an issue going on. We want them time stamped. Don't come back, come here with no pictures. That's not time stamped. When you do that, that evidence is going to build confidence. But you saying it in a newspaper, Guyana officials putting it in a newspaper means nothing to us. I have spoken to people on the ground in Guyana for the last 2 to 3 years. People have come on my show, and the reports coming back to me have not consistently matched the success story now being presented publicly in this newspaper article here in Barbados, nor the one in Guyana. People have spoken to me about the challenges, Chantel Monroe Knight. Did you see those challenges when you went to Guyana? Did you also hear those stories? Some of the challenges that I've heard of is that they includes the losses, that we've lost black-bellied sheep due to hoof problems associated with the wet conditions in Guyana. Is that true? Did you hear that as well? Those are reports we have received. And we don't want to keep speaking about them if they're not true. So if there has not been significant progress, that's wonderful. Just show Barbados the evidence. We know, for example, that approximately 200 sheep were shown at President Irfan Ali's ranch. We saw the videos. Do you understand? We saw the photographs. That is evidence. So if the flock has increased dramatically, you who love the media, you love the media. How come we can't see it? Let Barbadians see it. Don't we understand this program? This program that you all started belonged to the people of Barbados, you know. Now, the other issue before Victor Lewis joins us, the minister says Barbados is now developing a strategy to grow the local flock. Now, I commend you for that, because it would appear as though you are seeking to protect our national heritage. Okay? But that statement raises another question for you, Chantel Monroe Knight. You're in the hot seat because the other waste man, the waste man in Ware who does nothing, he's a waste man, is no longer in the picture. So you are in the hot seat. Here's a question. What happened to the previously announced investment? I read somewhere that the government indicated that approximately $800,000 would be invested in strengthening the Barbados Black-bellied Sheep program. So tonight, I ask on behalf of Barbados, has the funding actually been allocated? If so, when? When was it allocated? Or you guys don't answer those kinds of questions anymore. There's no Auditor General. Okay. How much has already been spent, Senator Chantel Monroe Knight? What projects has it funded? Is $800,000 sufficient to rebuild the national flock? Do you have measurable targets? What are they? And when can we expect to see results? Now, I think those are reasonable questions. It's not just about criticism. We're not here to criticize. I commended you on the fact that you said you're going to launch this program in terms of preserving the national treasure, and I think that's wonderful. But we want to know about this 800,000. Has it been spent yet? What has happened? If it has been, what give us some report, you see? If money has been allocated, show how it is being spent. If the sheep population is growing, show the evidence. You can't just say it. And that's it. We want the evidence. We want the evidence. Yeah. All right. So I don't even have time to go into all the comments that's there. So sorry, because I will read Mr. Lewis is on, so I can't even read the comments, folks. But Mr. Lewis is here, and it's 8:31. After Mr. Lewis at 9 o'clock. Listen, we're moving like this, you know. WALKHOLY is going to be on at 9 o'clock tonight. All right. So here comes Mr. Victor Lewis. Good night, Mr. Lewis.
Good night, ma'am. How are you? How are you?
I am good. I saw you somewhere last night, but we won't say on air.
Yeah. You saw me in Guyana?
No.
Huh? Yeah,
you were in Guyana looking for the black belly sheep.
You only need the ID now, you know, you're down there. I can come live from Guyana. So, I mean, I'm free. So, anytime, you know, let me go down live from Guyana.
Live from Guyana. Oh, my goodness. Well, we are in the Scotland district. And I want you to go right ahead because we're moving with time this evening.
Yes,
we on time.
Sweet.
Yes. So go right ahead.
Well, you know, I'm very concerned because you know, we're getting quite a lot of projects going on now in the Scotland district area. You know, we had this massive project that is still ongoing now on the East Coast Road. And it's been done in segments, you know, that the Chinese are responsible for this project. I think in the initial stages, it was another company that first stretch from our Barbados Park down to Bad Plain area. It was another company that was responsible for that. I think the Chinese would have taken over now, and they're taking responsibility for that area. They have done some work there in Coggins, and now they're doing some work. They've also done some work in the area there of Bath and St. John, down to Quinton. And that work is scheduled or was scheduled to be continued from the Quinton area and coming on down to Andromeda. But I'm seeing some developments in that area now that I'm not happy about, and I'm certain that there are many folks living. I heard Marcia would have said St. Andrew, but let me just correct her on that one. You know, we're not really focusing on what's happening on the East Coast Road now per se, but we want to look at what's happening now in the area between Quinton and Andromeda. You know, that stretch that takes us through Mary Lane, and we are coming down to the St. Margaret's area, Glen Burnie, and then you're coming on to Foster Hall, St. John, and then up to Foster Hall, St. Joseph. And I'm concerned about what's happening there because there's a sign posted at Mary Lane Junction that says, I want Dave can start with the actual photo that you can see a sign there, and you can see a sign, and the sign would have said road closure, you know, and that sign begins us at the Andromeda Junction And I just want to show you what's happening in there because they've closed off. They've closed off not that one, Dave. If you can continue, not this one. All right, that one there just shows you the stretch going down there, Foster Hall Street. So just look for another one. That's the first video that I would have sent around 11:37 or thereabout. But all my major concern here is that that portion of road between the Maryland Junction and Andromeda is now closed off. So if you're coming, let's say from, let's say going to Allen School, because I know some teachers who work in the Allen School. Yeah, that's the correct one. So this is the junction here. When you're coming from, just hold the video there for now. So to the left is going to Andromeda, that's taking it down to Bathsheba, and to the right is Foster Hall. If you're looking there at the back of you, then you're coming from Foster Hall in St. Joseph. All right, so just play that video. This video is going to take you along the route of the work currently being done. So they say bridge closed and this road is closed off. So my concern is that, yes, we know that in the Scotland district, there will be major disruptions. People will be inconvenienced. There's no question about that. But we were inconvenienced on the East Coast Road, and the Chinese made provision, although you were inconvenienced, that you can pass the East Coast Road. So they made diversions at the points where the bridge. Here's a bridge being built. I'm not saying that a diversion here will be as easy as possible, but my concern is the decisions that have been made relative to this project. Because all the folks who are now going to the Bridgetown area on the north of the island, East Coast Road, whenever they get to the Maryland Junction, that because of this closure, you have now got to travel around 6 to 8 miles before you get back to, let's say, the Joes River area in order to go on to the East Coast. And this is not fair to people living in Foster Hall, Glen Burnie, Martins Bay, Quinton, and the Collar Savannah area, St. Philip, if you're going on the north of the country. This is not fair. And my concern is, why is it that a decision was made of this nature when this has been part of the plan for months now? For months, they know that they have this work to be done. But this stretch is about 2 to 3 miles. When you start from the area of Andromeda and you're going right back to Quinton, where they've ended off the project, which started there in the area of Bath, they ought to have continued that work from the Quinton area, continuing to Maryland, through the area there by St. Margaret's, through Foster Hall, St. John, and then ended up at the junction close to Foster Hall, St. Joseph at Andromeda. But what the Chinese did, instead of continuing the work from Quinton, they come at the end of the project. And the videos you saw there just now have caused this portion of road, 2 to 3 miles, to be shut off totally to vehicular traffic. And now you find that all folks in the Glen Burnie area, in the Foster Hall area, in the Martin Bay area, in the Collar Savannah area, you know, Blaze Hill, all of those folks up there that want to travel via the East Coast Road, they would have been coming through Foster Hall and just going straight onto the East Coast Road. Now they have got to go up to Churchview, they got to go Clifton Hall, they got to go Edgecliff, they got to go Easy Hall, but come through then to the area there of Grantley Adams School, and then take the right and come on to Horsell, come down Joy Road, then to get back into Joseph, then to go on the East Coast Road. That's nearly 68 miles that these folks have got to additionally travel. And this is not fair to the folks living in this area.
Mr. Lewis, I don't want to disrupt you too much because I want to learn. But it caused me to, where you are not the MP for the area. Who is the representative for this constituency?
But you know, that is my concern. It seems as though that these folks can go about and make any willy-nilly decision, and it must be accepted by the people of Barbados. I'm saying that folks in the area know very well there will be inconvenience. We are now experiencing quite a lot of inconvenience on the East Coast Road. We experienced quite a lot of it before in the Castle Wash area, and now it will be very much worse for this particular stretch of road between Quinton and the Andromeda. If you think the East Coast Road was bad, look out for this one. It is going to be far worse, and I'm going to explain to you why. Play a next video there, dear. Any except the two at the end, you know, because I would have interacted with some folks who live in that Foster Hall area, and they're very concerned as to what's going on. I know that we have Mr. Griffith in the area of St. John, and you have Ryan Buffett in the area of St. Joseph. But my concern is that we have ministries who have responsibilities, you know, to deal with these aspects of this work. And I'm very concerned about that. This is the last video I want you to play, Dave. Don't play that one. That's my dog there. My dog will show you what's supposed to be happening. Don't play this video yet. That's the last one you're going to play. When I say play the last, you play that one. All right? So any except we say the conversation, I really want to explain, you know, deeply what's happening, because when we travel from the Maryland Junction, so playing any of the other videos there, I want you to see the Maryland Junction. So when you come from the Maryland Junction, you're going to be passing in the area of Glen Burnie. Then you're going to be coming into Foster Hall. And I just want to show you the areas between here. Right. This particular point here, that's a newly paved area coming out of Glen Burnie. Hold the video right there. Right there. Don't move it. So that road there is the road going to Foster Hall. At the back of it, I know you're looking that direction. At the back of you, you're going to Martin's Bay in St. John. To the right, that's Glen Burnie. So you're going into Glen Burnie. So that road has been worked on, fully paved, and is ready. Right. So right at this point, this could have been a diversion where traffic will go through the Glen Burnie area. All right, continue the video there, Dave. So if you turn it right around, so we are pointing now in the area of Samara. So you see this stretch of road? This stretch of road could have been worked on by the Chinese. Continue the video. Because you will be coming out at this point and you'll be entering a little higher up if you continue the video, Dave. So that as we go up this stretch, that's the stretch of the road. This road now takes you down to St. Margaret's Church. Continue the video. All right, so vehicles can come up there. But this full stretch of road, they can be working on with no inconvenience, none whatsoever. So here we are now, down at the Maryland Junction. Hold the video right there. Don't move, don't take it any further. So to the right, that road takes you into Glen Burnie. So vehicles now coming. You see where that car is going? That car is going now to Foster Hall. So from there to the area I showed you just now, that area of road could have been worked on by the Chinese, and traffic when they reach this junction would take it right, go to Glen Burnie and come around. They would not have been affected. So traffic now going, go continue. Go ahead.
So basically what you're saying, and that's what I love, you know, there's a balance. You're not saying don't fix the roads. You're saying, listen, you know, take some time and think about the citizens, think about those who live there and plan it.
But you know what I've been hearing, and this is what brought me towards, you know, the show on this one. Because what I saw that was done here makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. How could you come at the end of the junction, close off the road, shut off everything, and tell the folks now, if you are going to the East Coast Road, you must now go up Churchview, go to Clifton Hall, come across Edgecliff, come to Malvern, come across Easy Hall. Do not go down Bowling Alley, because that is full of, I wouldn't want to say potholes, it is full of wells. And if you go down Bowling Alley, the road is wet, you are very, very likely to run off the road. So you don't go down there. You go to McCulloch Bridge, come up to Grandy Adams School, and then come on back on the Horse Hill stretch. And that is going to be 6 to 8 miles of travel, while it's basically 2 to 3 miles at the bottom. And the Chinese made the decision to go to the end of the specified route, start the construction there, and shut down the whole stretch of road, making all traffic now having to take that route. That is not fair to us. We know we'll be inconvenienced, and this is what I heard. Because, you know, Marcia, I grew up in Foster Hall, St. John. That is where I grew up.
Yes.
Foster Hall, St. John. Then I moved to the St. Joseph area. You know, but I know as a little boy, my mother would come home by the covered bus. I don't know if you know the covered bus. You had the Rockland, and then you had the covered buses. You don't know about that.
No.
You know, that was the green. You had the green bus with the covered buses, and then
You mean
had
like
the yellow
covered,
ones.
like COWARD?
Yes, covered buses, and those buses were there in the Huddersfield area, Huddersfield turning area, just up from Huddersfield by St. Matthews. That is where the actual bus company was. And then you had the Rockland down in St. Andrew. Those were the yellow buses.
Okay.
You don't know about that old time days. But I know that we came by bus, and we got off the bus in Foster Hall, St. Joseph, and we were able then to walk home to Foster Hall, St. John, via what we call the Beckaway. And the Beckaway is what we call a shortcut. So I'm going to bring you now to the Beckaway, because as far as I'm concerned, all you need to do is to dump a bit of mud in the Beckaway, do a little temporary rolling of it, and make it provisional, such that when you close off the stretch of road, you do not have to be subjecting the people of this country to the pressure that they're currently under. Continue the videos there, Dave. So this stretch, that's a stretch that would have caused no inconvenience to anybody. Do the stretch of road between here and the Maryland Junction. Shut off that portion. Vehicles now come to the Glen Burnie area, and that's fine. But no, I was informed, and it is alleged that the Chinese said they don't have the money. They don't have the money, because just remember that the Chinese responsible for the project. C.O. Williams and other people are subcontractors. So C.O. Williams now moving the earth to please, have to move it to please the Chinese. But the Chinese are saying, the Chinese are saying that it is too expensive. They can't spend money to make the breakaway possible for traffic, so that when we shut down this road, the first road that I showed you, that it won't be inconvenience now to vehicular traffic, because they can now go through the breakaway and come on back up. They have not done that. But what the Chinese said is that we wanted to continue the work from Quinton. But Light and Power should have moved the electrical poles from the area of Quinton, so that they can continue the work up there. The poles, to my knowledge, I was informed, I could be so wrong, but I ain't seen no poles move. No poles were moved. So then the Chinese made a decision that because they can't go up there by Quinton and work, they're going to go down at the end in Andromeda, shut down the entire road and start to work and dig up and put up signs of diversions. That is not fair to the people of Barbados. And I was informed again that C.O. Williams was prepared to go into the breakaway, make it possible, and then close off the road, allowing then individuals to drive through the breakaway area and wouldn't have to be subjected to this level of discomfort. So I want you to play
So before you do that, you're
Yes.
saying that it's being alleged that based on, because you know that's what you've been told, that
Yeah.
C.O. Williams wanted to make the accommodation for the people, but the
For the
Chinese
breakaway.
they can't
The
afford it.
Chinese said they don't have no money for that. And what they did now is to come and close off the whole road. Now you see the stretch. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. That area there that's when you come out to the Mary Lane. You come over the Mary Lane Bridge. You're going out to the Mary Lane Junction. I am going up now to the Mary Lane Junction. That portion there you're seeing that has the little barriers there, the protection barriers there, you know, that area is slipping to the left. And the drop there is about 60 to 80 feet drop.
Oh wow!
Down in those trees. All right.
Where that orange material is.
That area there is extremely bad. I know that area there as a little boy going to school at St. Margaret's School. As a little boy. And this area here was repaired. I don't know if Dave can see a video there. It's just a photo that actually shows you the bridge, because this bridge was repaired by driving in piles years and years ago. They drive piles in to stop the actual erosion of the land. That's the video there. Those are the piles that were driving years and years ago. And the road is still falling off. The Chinese could have come, close off from Mary Lane Junction to the Mary Lane Bridge. Traffic will now go to Martins Bay and come out by the area there of the Mary Lane Bridge. And you see that area there where the bridge is, you see this repair? This repair, Marcia, is major. When I say major, major. If you think that the East Coast Road took time, look out for what's going to happen relative to this stretch from the Quintin to Andromeda. You will now think about seeing work. This one is going to be major. And the Chinese could have closed off. Continue the video there, Dave. The Chinese could have closed off from the Mary Lane Bridge, from the Mary Lane Junction, to work on this entire stretch. Just play the video. Let the video play. You're going to go right up to the Mary Lane Junction. So the Chinese could have closed off this portion of road, allow vehicles to travel through Martins Bay. They're going to come down to the Bay Tavern. Then they will come over to the Northern Box. And then they're going to come on back up to the Mary Lane Bridge. Continue the video. Continue the video. Keep it playing. You're going to go up now to the actual Mary Lane Junction. So this full stretch of road, that full stretch of road would have been free for the Chinese to work on. You're going to come up now to the actual Mary Lane Junction. You know, just continue the video. Continue the video. Right. So this is your Mary Lane Junction. We're looking back in now to the stretch. So you're right at the Mary Lane Junction there. You can see the sign there. You see the sign down on the ground? That's the detour on the ground. You know, I had to take time then and put it back up. So that's the detour. So if you're coming now, continue the video. That stretch now going on the left-hand side. That's going up to Church View. On the left. Right? To the right is going back to the Foster Hall area. Continue the video. And I'm gonna pan to the left. If you're panning to the left, the next road you'll see now, the one coming out of Quintin, that's coming out of the area of Bath in St. John. All right? Right, hold it right there. Stop the video there. All right, so just where that car is coming out, that's coming from where the Chinese should have started. So we at the Mary Lane Junction. To the left takes you into Martin Bay. Straight up takes you to Bath. On the right takes you to Church View, and behind takes you to Foster Hall. That's the junction that the Chinese should have been focusing on. When the traffic reached there, instead of having to divert to go up the hill to come all over the top, they could have gone into Martins Bay and come back up by the Mary Lane Bridge and then continue on to Foster Hall. But no, they didn't take the citizens of Barbados into consideration at all. They just went, close off the road, and now all of us are smelling hell to try to get from there. If you're going to the East Coast Road, the amount of traffic that you're subjected to.
A lot of traffic, a lot of travel, and gas. The gas prices are going up.
Play the video there with the conversation I had there with two folks.
Yeah, and we have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. Play the video there now. Without we have a video there where I saw folks who are living in the Foster Hall area, and these folks are going to town. You know, just put the video there and play. These folks are going to town.
And I'm here in Foster Hall in St. John. I brought up on two of the residents of the area, and they just want to share their views as to the problems that they are experiencing relative to the closure, the major closure from Maryland Corner straight down to Andromeda Bashiba. So these are two gentlemen here now that they are heading to Bridgetown, and instead of being able now to go through the Bashiba area and go up Horsehill, they have got to trek their way all around. So tell us how you feel about this whole situation.
Mr. Lewis, I can tell the truth. Good morning to you. It's disturbing. It's very, very disturbing when we should already have an alternative road to the old Breakaway, which is a government property for road traveling to traverse from St. John and St. Joseph.
Right. So
there's a disturbance right now at the moment that you're going to travel all the way around. Every minute, for a minister carrying that gas. So if we're going all the way around and she ain't giving the gas drop, that means she punishing me because she ain't even giving no clearance on the road. They won't even come and drop little moral.
Drop little moral, yeah.
So that even for walking the truth Breakaway is disturbing.
Right.
The people that walk and call it mucky, the pipe burst, and when they go come and fix it.
Right. So if they had repaired the Breakaway, would it be easier for you?
It would be easier for everybody traveling through St. Joseph and St. John on this path of the way to and from.
And even from St. Philip?
Well, the whole of Barbados, because you live in St. Michael, that don't mean you stop in St. Michael.
Right.
You travel to all this, if you're going to take a little country tour, that's the road.
That's the road?
That's the road. That's the country road.
So you know that they were doing from Quinton. They're coming down now from Bath area, and they're going right down to Andromeda. But to my surprise, they start at the end and shut down the whole project. So the road then between Andromeda and up now to the Bath area, all of that closed off, and everybody now must head up Churchview and Clifton Hall and come all over Edgecliff and come all down.
With the expense of the own at the gas prices rise twice in 1 week.
Right. So the problem to this really is that they should have repaired the Breakaway and made it available to people.
Some access to the public.
So when they close off now the Foster Hall Yard Road, that people would not have this inconvenience and you'll be traveling through the Breakaway and continue on your business.
Any concrete road, any concrete work, it would give it time to cure. You won't go be rushing to run back down there to clear the road for people to traverse over the concrete work.
They would have ample time because nobody will be inconvenienced.
Correct.
All right, thank you very much, sir, and I'm going to ask you to enjoy your day.
The fall of rain now. Any rain we get now, that road though could be even disturbed, and you will have an alternative road. And the Breakaway is a public trespass for years, even traveling from Foster Hall over to Bashiba to catch the Bashiba bus. Because sometimes we don't have no bus here, we have to take a Bashiba.
Right,
and that road walk put it back in existence.
Right, and you were walking through that area now?
From a boy.
From a boy.
So, from a boy, which you know.
All right,
you have a good day, and peace be still.
All right. I hope it resolve and we get some results from these videos
and an easy road to traverse.
Emergency assistance is no time to waste because the people feeling it.
Yeah, they're
and anytime no rain or any disaster, what we left to do down here before you have something now in George River along that stretch or even anywhere, even to this area here. What happened?
Yeah.
Ambulance to get in, emergency vehicles to get it.
Frustrated.
Man, we should have had a road.
Man, we are done in this place, man. 60 years behind time.
We
All right.
should have had a
God.
road through Harrison's Cliff by now.
Enjoy your day, cuz.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
All right, cuz. Have
Cool.
a good day.
Wow. Excellent work, Mr. Excellent
man.
work, Mr. Lewis.
But I want to show you the
Fantastic
last
work.
video. Just remember, you steal a minute from me. You know, we start at 8:31. I want Dave to play the last video where my dog will show the ministry what they should have done. So my dog now is gonna leave the way. Play the video there. Play the video there, Dave. You know, where my dog now is gonna show the road that he knows, and he knows it well.
He knows that road.
Yes, he knows the road well, where he's just gonna walk the breakaway. And I think when I was traveling this road, Marcia, when I was traveling this road, I saw a guy with a Jeep, a 4x4. And he said, I am not going to be going all over Edgecliff and come all around. Because I have a 4x4, you know, look for that video there, because we got to show the breakaway. You know, we got to show the breakaway where these folks should have gone, make this road passable, and then allow the others now to just close off if you want to close off. Right. Yeah, so that's my dog there. All right, so play the video. So the dog knows exactly where to go along. So he was showing out the ministry where they should have provided the pavement. So this is what we call the breakaway. And you're coming from St. Joseph, from Foster Hall, St. John, and we're going to Foster Hall. So hold it right there, right? My dog now outside was a little hot, so he went down to the bottom. Hold the video right there. So that was a 4x4. Who knows very well, I cannot waste my time and gas on a 6 to 8 mile trip going over the top. I will come down to this point, drive through the breakaway, and I can do it because you see this bottom here? That's the only bottom. That's the only area on this stretch that the ministry has to be concerned about. All they need to do is to drop 2 big pipes in there, dump in 2 or 3 loads of marl off to fill it out, and allow the water to flow through, and that's good. And they can just finish the others. Continue the video there, Dave. We're coming to the end now, Marcia. We're looking good. So this is this 4x4. Just continue on this stretch. And this is where you have rock. All you need to do is just trim the trees and things at the side. And this is just a short path. As the gentleman in the vehicle said just now, we've used this for years. When I was a little boy, I was bringing home biscuits out of covered bus in Foster Hall, St. Joseph, and taking it to Foster Hall, St. John. And this is the road we use for years. And if you can't get a Martin bus in Foster Hall, St. John, you come now to Foster Hall, St. Joseph, and you get the Bathsheba bus. So we're going down now to the bottom. And Marcia, this is only a few minutes walk, barely a few minutes walk, right? We're coming down now to the junction, right down to the junction. And all this area now is practically solid road. We're down to the junction now, and this is Foster Hall. This is now Foster Hall, St. Joseph. All right, and I want Dave just to stop the video just as I get out to the end. Take it a little further. I'm going to pan to the right. And as soon as I pan to the right, I just want you to stop the video. So that's where you now go to St. Elizabeth. I'm going to pan to the right. And now stop it right there. That takes you now back to Andromeda, where the start of the project is. And that area between there is the breakaway that all the ministry should have done. They had planned to do it because something fell off of a truck for me. And I was fortunate to hold it, to learn that the plan was that they would do temporary repairs to the breakaway. So the traffic won't have to be doing what they have to do now, going all over there, wasting their time and wasting their gas. They would pass through the breakaway, and then the Chinese would close off the road and do that full stretch. And as the gentleman rightfully said, we don't have to be in any hurry because now we can use the breakaway. Right. You know what the Chinese says? We don't have the money. So what we will do, we will shut down the whole road and inconvenience all the vehicular traffic now in Barbados, traveling from Glen Burnie, Martins Bay, and others. And I would want to say before you come in with your final word, I would want to hear from folks in Glen Burnie, in Martins Bay. Just give me a call, call the Marcia Weeks, and I will come up to do other recordings because this must stop. It is not fair to the people of Barbados, and especially
let me let them know the number is 236-7000. If you are living in any of these areas and you want to give us a report, contact us at 236-7000 and put you on to Mr. Lewis. And we are, listen, we need to take this further, Mr. Lewis. We need to take where is the MP? Where are the MPs of these areas?
Yeah, they just sit down and allow these things to happen, both Mr. Griffith and Mr. Bradford. I've seen certain things that Mr. Bradford is doing, you know, and I must commend him that he's making an effort, with all due respect, you know. Yes. But what is happening here is not fair to the people of Barbados because they know very well that what should have been done is that the breakaway should have been repaired and then close off the road, making it now accessible for vehicular traffic, and they won't be subjected to the kind of pressure that they're currently subjected to, not only time, but money.
Well, the citizens need to rise up. This is costing them a lot of money, wasting a lot of time, hard on their vehicles, and there's nobody can do anything for them except the citizens. So the number is there, 236-7000. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You're going to let the Chinese come in and they are going to dictate what happens to us?
It's not fair.
It's unjust. But the thing is, what is it that we are going to do? The people who live in this area, what are you doing about it?
I'm happy that these guys spoke up, but I want to hear from the others, you know. Call me, I'm free, you know. I come up and I just hear from you because this is not fair to the people, you know. We will be inconvenienced, no question about that. No question about that at all. We will be inconvenienced. But
well, I'm hoping that you and I, we do hope you could come back next week on Wednesday. Or if you get something even quicker, then we'll try to make it work. And, and if, you know, they could give us a call, 236-7000. Mr. Lewis, thank you so very much. And I feel like I'm rushing you, but I have Kathy there waiting on me. But fabulous work you're doing. I must say, congratulations, great work. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
God bless. Yes. Folks, this is what we've been saying this. We've been saying this, you know, a lot of what's happening, it was happening before the elections. And here we go. Elections are gone, just gone the other day in February, and we're back at square one. Nobody to represent you. You see? This is what we're talking about. And when we do, they say we're causing trouble. But look at you now, how much money you're paying in gas and how much time you're wasting. What is the end game? What are you doing about it? What are you going to do about it? But we're going to go to Kathy Weeks, and they're doing something about something. This is the WALKHOLY band, and they would have been watching WALKHOLY. Well, we say WALKHOLY, watching Kaduma. We call it WALKHOLY. To us, it's WALKHOLY. And Kathy Weeks is going to come on for a couple of minutes. And then, listen, we're moving at the speed of light. You know, we're going right back to the Black Belly Sheep. Don't go. Keep it locked. Next 15 minutes, WALKHOLY. And then we're going to go back to the Black Belly Sheep scandal. And the line is going to be open. And we're going into this. So don't go anywhere. Okay, Kathy.
WALKHOLY 2026 celebrates this unique island, Barbados, and her history.
Every step we pray.
Whoopity, 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 la la la, and praise Jah.
Is asking her to return to her place of righteousness. Join WALKHOLY if you too believe that Barbados needs to return to the godliness and the righteousness that allowed her to punch above her weight. Call or WhatsApp us at 246-245-0396 or 246-236-7000. If you're coming in from over and away, drop us a note so we can make provisions for you. Bring your best contributions and come. Join in with WALKHOLY and help us steer this unique island back to righteousness again. See you there.
Strong Jesus all day long. No weapon formed against
Oh wow, 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 Kathy. It looks amazing. And I've never missed a walk holy in since I've been to Barbados. I came to Barbados. I believe where's Dave? I believe I came the November, uh November of 2000, he's saying. And by the summer I was at the first walk holy, and I've
Me
never
too.
never missed one. Over to
I
you,
missed
Kathy.
one. Good evening, Marcia. Good evening, Lawyer Opposition. Just wearing a different hat tonight. And I'm here to speak to you about a fundraiser that we're going to be having about an exciting time that is going to be happening on the 19th of this month. It is our pure gospel, a pure soca show. Pure soca. We had it last year and it was the bomb. It was the bomb. First, we're going to invite you to come to the finals, the football finals, the World Cup football finals, free of cost, having a good party, friends alongside you, sharing on your team, and yeah, you know how we do it. And then we're going to go from the football show into the pure soccer and commentary show. Now we have a lineup for you. We have a lineup for you. If you love calypso, if you love soca, you're going to feel at home. You're going to come and you're going to leave and you're going to feel like you did something, you've been somewhere, you had an experience. Because we have an experience for you. We have persons like Sammy Jane, Ronnie Clark, James Leacock, and a whole lot more. A whole lot. And we have a young man that I saw only on video recently, and he was just like, I like this young man. His name is slipping me right now, but I like him. He did a fantastic job on stage. A fantastic job. He's a junior. He's a junior calypso finalist. Liz Status. Liz Status. That is him. I don't know how many of you saw him, but he represented well. And if we encourage young persons like this, we can say that Barbados is going to be in a better place. But we have to give them the support that they need. And that is why we've invited him, because we saw the stance that he is taking, and we want to support him. And as we come to the show, we're going to have refreshments on sale. We're not going to just let you sit there and watch the football, your mouth white and, dry and stuff like that. No, we're going to make sure that you are in a good place. Something to eat, something to drink, and as much noise as you can make. Then, when we have this show, after we have this show, be in for a couple of surprises from the Calypsonians. I was at the opening night for Carter's Chinese Stars, and I had a ball. I had a ball. I heard some serious calypso. I don't know how many of you would have heard Ronnie's song for this year, but he is the people's king, and I think he represented himself well. So when you do come, you're going to get to see and experience what he's bringing for the calypso competition for 2020. Now, all of this is in raising funds for our presentation on Kuduma Day. And here you have on screen one of the costumes that we will be a derivative of a costume that we will be creating for you to be in. This is one that is in section 2. There's as soon as they put it back, right? This is the general one for section 2. And then the other one is going to be the individual. This one is going to be the individual for section 2. And the thing about this year's presentation is that we are tracing the heritage, the history of Barbados from its origin to present day. This other costume right here on screen is an individual costume, and this is in section 1. And this is talking about where we came from, the African heritage that we brought with us when we came over on the slave ship. And with this being section 1, having looked at Barbados rising out to the sea, and know how we have come to inherit this land. Not only have we inherited, but we must take care of it. We must be sure to take care of that which God has given to us. And this is a good representation of what we brought with us to this land. So we cannot afford to forget our roots. And it is thought in history that the Africans were not indoctrinated with Christianity, but they already had it. So they brought us that sense of serving God, worshiping God with them when they came here, our foreparents. So we are merely taking what they have given to us and taking it forward to present day. So and we know what's going on in Barbados, the crime, the corruption, and the likes. And we want to be able to bring a sense of correction, direction, hope, life back into the nation. And that is the essence of our presentation. Life to give hope again to life here in Barbados. That's the bottom line. So the fundraiser is going to help us to support the WALKHOLY movement in getting this presentation off the road and on the road.
Yeah, excellent. The costumes are beautiful. And I mean, I love the way you were describing it and making the connection back to us. I think they're beautiful. I'm here quiet looking at it and said, man, I want to be in this. I gotta be in this. This looks like me.
And there's more to come.
Oh wow!
More to come.
I'm hearing word that you might be we might be getting some help from somebody coming in. Can we talk about that or no?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so
in section 1, the costume you saw earlier with the African heritage. Our friend and brother from the Bahamas is creating that costume on the behalf of WALKHOLY.
Yes.
Right. So they're joining us and present because they understand what it means for a nation to be in a good place. And they're going to come.
You're saying this is because the Bahamians, they were here for Carifesta, and actually, we met one of the leaders who actually helped. He's in charge of making those costumes. How many of you out there saw the Bahamians costumes at Carifesta? How much these things were amazing. Did you see them, Kathy? You were there?
Yes, I mean, you could not help but notice them. Not just the costume, but the spirit that they operated in. When I was there, when they were given the stage, they captivated the entire audience. Everybody was looking. Even if you couldn't see, you had to look because of the sound. And then when you saw, you had to stand to make sure that nobody was blocking you. And the exuberant attitude that they showed in their presentation was amazing.
And so you're telling that guy that's in charge of all of this design is actually designing a section in WALKHOLY?
Correct.
What?
Correct.
That is awesome. I want to be in that section. That's the African section.
That is section 1. It doesn't have a lot of people because there's, like I said, there's some surprises. We're looking to have.
I want to wear one of them costumes. Not that one. Oh wow, that is awesome. That's going to be powerful.
This section also comes with a float.
Oh, with a float? So
WALKHOLY
having a float?
Correct.
Yeah.
You got to be there. They got to be in the band to experience the
Ooh, this
experience.
is mine. This is mine. This is mine with a nice headpiece, and I'm gone. I love it. I love it. This
So
is my style.
I'm giving everyone in the audience an invitation. If you want to bring light again to the nation, if you want to realign Barbados in righteousness, if you want to say to correct the wrong that is there, come and join us. Help us. It is almost like the marches, because the marches are there to highlight and to cause people to think and to do differently. That's what we do in WALKHOLY. We are highlighting the good, and we're asking people to think, to be able to persuade them to take another route, to make another choice.
Yes. And you know what I love about this is the fact that again, like the Master Week show, we educate, we motivate, we mobilize, we agitate. We're not the type of people who sit down and we do nothing, and that's why we would take a
Correct.
segment, even though it's a short segment, because
Mhm.
we have 2 minutes left in it, but we would normally, we took the time to showcase this, because we're not just going to say the culture is going to the dogs and this has changed and this is not what
Correct.
corporate is about. We're doing
No.
something about it, and a
Correct.
costume like this done, if it's going to be done with this kind of, the way it's beautiful, I want to bring it. I'm hoping that Jackie, I hear Jackie saying she loved the costume. Jackie, come
Well,
on, man.
Jackie, there's a costume for you. And
Yes,
we'll be
come.
back to show more.
Jackie,
We'll be
let
back
us go
to show
dress
more.
up. So Jackie saying, so we will join up. So this is good that we are doing this we're working in partnership with Bahamas. And that is really wonderful. Can you, as before we go, can you tell us a little bit, take the next minute and talk about the concert, which is coming up on the 19th. The last time was amazing. Announcer brought down the house, man. Tell us
Yes,
about
yes,
this one that's coming up.
yes, he did. Listen, I'm speaking to the audience, you have been to shows, but when you come to this pure soca show, you are going to have an experience. And I'm not saying that to bring you to the show. I'm saying it because that is the case. Um, you're going to have food, you're going to have fun, you're going to have music, you're going to have excitement, you're going to even have surprises. So my invitation to you is to be there. You can either come to watch the football finals from there and go into the show, or if you just want to come to the show, you can do so. The show will start as soon as the football match, just in case there's overtime or whatever. We are going to adjust the time to show. It's going to be directly after the football match, and the show is only $20 to be a part of the show. Only $20. And like I
All
said
of the
before,
site, you have the announcer, you have Blood, you have
the,
what's her name?
the,
What's her stage name? You have Lady Virtue, you have Juliana, you have Sammy Jane, you have Colin Spencer. All of this at $20.
mhm,
Listen, y'all better
yes.
come out. Oh wow, oh wow. Yeah, you have
Don't
kids.
wait for the reviews. Don't wait for the reviews. Be a part of the review.
Wow, Kids Site
Don't
is
wait
going to
for
be
it.
there at the announcer. Woo. Listen, y'all need to come out. There's nowhere you're gonna go to get all of this for that price. Well, Kathy, thank you so much for
You
joining.
are
Don't
welcome.
be a stranger. We need to make sure we get the Bahamian gentleman on this show, because I know Jackie, I calling on you. Come and wear the costume with me, man. All right. All right. So thank you so much, Kathy. Is there anything else you want
Yes,
to say to
and
the audience?
yes, please. One other thing, you can call me at 245-0396 to sign up. We also have usually we do giveaways on Kaduma Day. If you want to support us in creating those care packages, whether you want to donate a bag of rice,
When you say giveaway, what do you mean? It's quickly. You have to come
care,
back and
care
do one on that.
yes, care packages where we give persons on the road, we share with others and children on the road.
What do you share?
food items, school items, whether it's stationery, whatever we get to collect in the process of the time of collection, we just give because we know that there's a need. We know that there's a need out there. So WALKHOLY is about making a difference. We don't just go and have fun. We make a difference.
There's donation. People are with food is items are given out and so on. I love to do that part of it. Well, thank you so much. Annette is saying she doesn't like crop over because she doesn't like the costumes, etc. But that's the difference. If the costumes you saw, it's not showing out anybody.
No,
right?
we are always decently attired. We are always decently and lovely attired.
Lovely attire, and this is why it's an answer. It is not, we're not sitting here criticizing, it is giving an answer. Ooh, this is even lovelier
And
than
the thing is that some of the persons that we meet along the road, even when we gather at the beginning point, and from other bands, they will commend the costumes, about the costumes, how lovely they look, etc. Right? And we even get an opportunity to share with them.
Yes.
And that is excellent.
Thank you so much, and hope you'll come back. We'll continue to push the concert, while we're until the 19th. Thank you so much, Kathy.
You are most welcome. Have a good night.
And thanks to the entire team. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Wow, awesome. And that was the float, part of the float last year. That's the thing with WALKHOLY. WALKHOLY is taking you back to what it used to be. So this was one of the float that we had last year on the street, and people loved it. There's so many tourists who were taking pictures of this. And you notice the girl in the float, that's our girl. And you see how she's properly dressed? Yes, properly dressed. That's it. All right. So you can come out and get a costume, and let's do this the way it used to be. Let's take it all back, folks. Yeah. All right. Well, this is your time, guys. And as I said, we are moving with a lot of speed tonight and precision, y'all. So the line is there. You can call in. You can call in and voice your concerns. There's so many issues that we touched on tonight. This is now your time, okay? This is now your time to call in. And while you're getting ready to call in, and I have the phone here, you're getting ready to call in. Let me just say that we're going to go back to the Black Belly Sheep scandal, all right? And I asked Dave to play some of the songs. How many of you have been hearing the songs that have been, people are writing about this Black Belly Sheep scandal? Anybody out there? Jacqueline, Square 4, Annette, anybody out there been hearing the songs? Sonia, anybody been hearing the songs? Well, listen, the songs are so good that we here on the Marcia Week show, we are going to do a Black Belly Sheep song challenge. And it's only between Barbados and Guyana. This is the Black Belly Sheep song challenge, man. One sheep, two countries, one song. All right? This is what is happening right here on the Marcia Week show. You can write it, sing it, rap it, make us laugh. Any genre. Just make sure that it's clean. All right? And how do you enter? Dave, you have the one with how they enter. How you enter is that you can just tag me in your song. Put your song on the Marcia Week Show, the official Facebook page, the Marcia Week Show, or you could put it on Instagram as well, but tag me in the song. Tag the page in the song, okay? Or you can message me at the number that is on the screen, 236-7000. Say, I have a song. Message me, send the song, okay? And if you send the song, then just like that, you're registered. We're not doing, you don't have to fill out any form. All right. Just send it and you're registered. Okay. And we're going to have voting. The voting will happen on the official page, the official Facebook page, my official page. That's the Marcia Week Show official Facebook page. All right. That's where you're going to do your voting. So we'll have the People's Black Belly Sheep Champion 2026. That would be the People's Choice, y'all. All right. That's the People's Choice. And then the judges will choose as well. We will have some judges. The judges will be made up of myself and all the panelists and the production team. We will be the judges. It's all for fun. All right. And so we'll have two winners. One is the Black Belly Sheep Champion, the judge's choice, and then the Black Belly Sheep Champion, the People's Choice. Entries open tonight, July 8th. And they close next week, Wednesday, at 11:59 p.m. Barbados time. So the entries open tonight. You write a song on the whole Black Belly Sheep scandal. Make sure that it's not, we don't have anything in there. We don't want any curse words in the song. It just needs to be a good, funny song, giving commentary on what is happening. And you can use whatever genre that you want to use. You can use AI if you want to use AI. Right? You can. Jacqueline said Michelle will beat us all. Yeah. So we're going to see. So let's hear some of the songs that's out there. And listen, you're listening to me talking, and nobody calling in. Remember, you can also call in. It's 9:31. And while you're thinking about what you're going to talk about when you call in, let's hear one of the songs that's out there. Go ahead, Dave.
Me want money like Prezi, open at the ranch, beer black belly. Millions I make one call from a celly. Money just a flow, there's nothing you could tell me. Me want money like Prezi. All my hoes, them a sing Isle money. All of my suit, them a sing Isle money. All of my fleet, them a sing Isle money. Me shoulda never sing song. Shoulda turn a politician from long. Money woulda flow like me name exam. Woulda own name brands if me own my farm. For house on the hills, hotel a bill. Black Belly Sheep just a pay my bills. Pop champagne every time I get a win. Rich man thing, living poor, that a sin. And if me was a president, me woulda own a bag of land, bag of residence.
Well, that is one of the songs. One of the songs that's out there. Dave?
Never been an artist. Shoulda been a
I'm sure there's another one. Is there another one? In the meantime, guys, we have spoken about so many different things on the show, and this 27 minutes that's left is going to be your time. Okay, so feel free to call in at the regular number 236-7000. Go right ahead, call us, and make your comments on the Black Belly Sheep scandal or anything. Go ahead. Here's another one. Here's another song.
Country got some really stupid people, really.
Ghana got some stupid people, boy. Yeah. We live from the Long Creek scene. Everything I read, or is it? Me we wake up early, switch on the news, the land get a makeover. Me lose me shoes, 150 acres. Look how it expand from a small time plot to the biggest in the land. Me see it on the low, see the poultry road. Where the money come from, nobody know. The opposition calling the video release, while the ranch getting bigger, breaking all the peace. Farmer man, biggest farmer in the land. Cow, sheep, chicken, archer, everything the farmer plant. Farmer man, tell me, make me understand. Yesterday a public servant, today a millionaire. Farmer man. Me ask the question, how you milk the cow? Parliament start at 9, you at the ranch now. Budget playing chicken lane, people scratching bro. How the infrastructure build so fast and now 22 bill, that's a massive side. While the rest of the country struggle for the light. The cattle getting fat, the grass look green. Best business model that the world ever seen. Is it state land, is it private gain? Everybody looking, trying to explain. One man farming while the nation cry. While the satellite camera watch from the sky. Farmer, biggest farmer in the land. Cow, sheep, chicken, orchard, everything the farmer plant. Farmer, tell me, make me understand. Yesterday a public servant, today a millionaire. Farmer man, from the desk to the dirt, from the tie to the shirt. Check the ledger, check the plan. Who the real boss of the farmer man? Farmer man.
Farmer man. I tell you, the guy needs that easy. So hold a minute. Bajan don't have any songs? Where the Bajan songs? Where the Bajan songs? Listen. Anyway, the phone line is open. Somebody said Pluto song. Play Ram Gold Liver. Dave, you have another song? Okay, when you could put it up when you found it. Somebody says the first time they're hearing the song on the Black Belly Sheep. All right. Now you guys complain that we don't set aside the time for you to call in. This is now your time to call in. Where's everybody? We're playing shy tonight? Playing shy? So anybody out there will take part in the song competition? Do we have any writers out there? Any singers? Any writers, any singers out there? While we're waiting on that, let me talk about the World Cup finals. It's on July 19th, and we're doing our Elevate. This is Elevate. Watch the FIFA World Cup with Dad. More than football, we're building families. All right. So July 19th, we're getting a 12 feet by 6 feet screen, a big screen, and we are going to be showing the finals of FIFA. The last time I came on here, I just said the World Cup. And somebody said, no, you have to put FIFA and you have to put finals. So we went and changed it. Okay. Okay. The FIFA World Cup finals with Dad. And we are opening it up. I know last time there were people saying, well, why you can't make it over 40? Well, we're making it over 40. So Dad, if you're a dad, you love football, you want to see the football on a big screen, well, this is the place for you. All right. And you just have to reserve your place. If you're coming at 1 o'clock, if you're going to get there in time for lunch, you've got to reserve your place. So we're going to ask you to call in. Call 236-7000 to let me know that you want the place reserved for you because you're coming. And, we would, of course, want to encourage you to bring you bring your children, bring at least one child. You can't bring everybody. Some of you have all 10, 12 children. Bring one child. All right, choose one out of the 12 and bring them to the finals to watch the FIFA World Cup finals with dad. More than football, we're building families, and that portion starts 1 o'clock. We'll have the lunch and the preliminaries and so on, and we are in place, seated and ready for the football, right? When it starts at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Who you think gonna be in the finals? Oh my goodness. Let's see. And as Kathy was saying, when you come, you can just after the football, as soon as the football over, you're gonna hear one of them, the announcer or kids side have that mic singing. Yeah. So you got a song ready, Dave? All right, go right ahead.
My mother did it, my sister did it. Auntie, them hiding in pepper pot and end up in bus up shot of fool they wouldn't know. Who can find my naughty sheep? Them playing games hide and seek a fool they wouldn't know. When missing in GT, they might be in A&E, a fool they wouldn't know. But since them left, I dare to say, my sheep now MIA. Them LOST, can't see them MPs, them crying foul and bawling for murder. In them MP for this calamity went out in epic fury. Them left so grandly and went down nicely and end up in Dalbury. But since them left, I dare to say, my sheep gone MIA. My mother did it, my sister did it, my auntie did it, my uncle did it. Auntie, somebody here telling lies, as she make the Epstein files a fool they would know. Come out in the dead of night, take the sheep and left the a fool they would know. Now tell me who guilty for this kind of loss and me a fool they would know. But since them left, I dare to say, my sheep now MIA. Them LOST, can't see them MPs, them crying foul and bawling for murder. Them blame them MP for this calamity went out in epic fury. Them left so grandly and went down nicely and end up in Dalbury. Them left, I dare to say, my sheep gone MIA.
My sheep gone MIA.
Aye.
That's another good one. Is that from Barbados, Dave? Right, this one sounds like it's from Barbados. Listen, the music and the everything is joining us all together. Well, you heard 3 so far. Folks, line is open. Call in any point you want to discuss tonight. Anything you want to let us know. Please feel free to call in. I'm checking my phone as well. Somebody here sent me this. They said that they have land in Greenland that the sheep could have been bred there and given normal Bajan to expand local sheep. I don't know much about the Greenland. I don't know much about it. Okay, somebody's saying here they want to attend the World Cup with their son. Awesome, awesome. Yes, yes. Most definitely, most definitely. And remember, you can, yeah, you can stay right after the World Cup. Okay, yeah, there's a call coming in. Yeah, there's a call coming in. Hello, good night. Welcome, welcome to the Marcia Week Show.
Yes, good night, Marcia Weeks.
Yes, good
And
night.
the opposition and the whole of Barbados.
Yes.
Tony Hall.
Yes, Teroni.
Yes.
How you doing?
Trying to be great. We got water crisis in Hainesville.
You having a water crisis? What's happening?
Well, the water off thing on Hainesville for the whole entire day.
So your water has been off because somebody else who lives in St. James, I can't remember the area, they were telling me that their water was off for the entire day as well. Let me see where this person is. If you're listening, you know the person who sent me. I can't remember where you live. I know it's St. James near NCF. But you're saying you're in St. James as well, and your water was off for the entire day.
Yeah, going to feel uncomfortable. I tell people like that, and I don't know if you got water off. I guys can't do it.
So the water is still off now?
Yeah, it's still off at this present moment.
Wow, in Wanstead. This person is in Wanstead, and they said that the water, and it came back on. It was on but low at 5:28 p.m., but then it went off again at 6:45 p.m. And you're saying that up till now, it hasn't come back on.
Nope.
Anybody else out there having water problems?
I don't know what the reason this is, but it's not good. It's very, very unprofessional.
Yeah. Is there anybody else having water problems, or is this a St. James thing? Are they fixing? Did they give a notice? Did they give you a notice that they were fixing are they fixing pipes or fixing, broken pipes?
They didn't give you a public notice because Sundays get up in the morning on radio early in the morning, and not only that, I got a different one in the social medias. And when you try to see social medias, I've never seen that from Barbados once already, nothing so.
Right. Okay. So somebody in St. James says, I live near Sion Hill, and the water goes off every evening, and comes on in the mornings. Could that be real? You mean every evening? Huh?
That's so sad and horrible.
The water goes off every evening? Since when? My name is Victoria.
No, he hands are right, but everyone experiencing that today. I can like a few other times ago.
Yeah. I wonder if Dave, you could go to Dave. Can you kindly go to the BWA website to see whether they up there, because sometimes the notice I've realized that they've been trying to give notice, to citizens residents whenever there's going to be the water is going to go off. But my goodness, to have your water, you're saying for someone here is saying for a few weeks now, they're saying to Ronnie that their water in Sion Hill goes off every evening and comes on every morning. So what about the flushing of your toilets at night?
That's the horrible part about it, because you need a clean bathroom for the night. So I could feel them. I could feel those people that are helping right now.
Yes.
They hope that things get better.
Yeah, and you got up this morning, no water, and up till now you have no water. And they said you need, somebody saying like in Sion Hill, you have to take a bath before you go to bed. We're going to check to see. Yeah, go ahead, Taroni.
Yeah, to go some years like that, and you go to Ghana, like, ain't everybody sleep at night. You gotta be like bedding, doing everything you gotta do at night. Because the next day the water's gonna be off the whole entire day. So basically, I hope that experience don't want to happen in Hansel.
Yeah, that is thing. So we're checking to see, and if anybody finds the notice, Judith and Clark is saying the BW put out a notice saying that they will be doing work to the ionics desalination plant on the 7th and 8th. So that might have been the issue there.
But the honest truth, now, right? David said no notice, but you're seeing it really more visible on the social medias. Because I got Facebook and I got IG, and I'm like, I'm not saying that you got to take the team. And you should go take the team because you any day now, right? You sometimes don't know the bad side or nothing, so they should go like just normal or general. So then you would know God the idea of what's going on.
So you're saying the information is not accessible.
No, you can't go take it from the website. You shouldn't go take it from the website. No going on with authority. There's got things going on that as you go by the media, you can see what's going on.
Yeah. All right. Well, I wish you all the best. I know it can be easy with your water off, but that's not an easy thing at all.
Because everything in Barbados happening on professional levels, but I mostly call about, say things the one like the shit about Black sheet to learn again. So what we do can get more serious into our forestry, agriculture, and normal agriculture. Because the honest truth, obviously you got agriculture factories and etc. in Barbados. You know what I'm saying? So we need to go out like Barbados job creation so that we can push production.
No, but you're right. I mean, what is happening? I think it's a lot of lip service since I've been here. I've seen a lot of lip service agriculture, and not just the government, but the citizens as well. People talk very gloriously about agriculture, but they don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not glamorous. I get up every morning, thank God, and you say your prayers. I go to walk and I hit my garden, and I am growing today. I'm growing yams. I'm growing cassava. I'm growing melons. I'm trying. I don't know everything. I go on the internet and I call people and I try to get information. This week I was planting my banana trees, digging out the ground and putting them in, I got some manure from St. Lucie. Thank you.
That's great.
I got some manure from St. Lucie and put into into the holes to plant the banana with some coconut husk and husk. Thank you to Stephen Strickland for what he gave me there. My banana, plantain, spinach, chives, all of that. You should see me kneeling down there in the garden. I was tired bending over. The point I'm making is that we are giving lip service to agriculture. We really have not been serious about it. Right?
Well, what was the big problem too, right? Not because you got a huge agriculture program going on. Barbados first. Make sure the Barbadians get the jobs first. Because as the Barbadians, it was going to pay taxes in the country.
Yeah.
And taxes was run the country.
Yeah. So you're saying make sure the Bajans get the jobs, But
of course.
Yeah, let them get the jobs first. Well, thank you so much for calling, caller. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. To hear your voice. God bless you.
Blessings to your family and also blessings to us. Hope things get great again.
Thank you. Thanks for calling.
You really need the yellow sunshine.
Yes. God bless.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You take care.
God bless. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So somebody says, so tell me, everybody so depends on the system. Why not have their own emergency backup tanks, etc.? Well, the reality is that those tanks are expensive, and not everybody can purchase those tanks. I see Nigel is calling. Let me Nigel. Good night, Nigel. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, I'm going to be general tonight.
Yes.
Let me start by saying
and
that
you're the final. We only have two callers, so you're the final caller. We have 5 minutes. All 5 minutes, they're yours. Go right ahead.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. All right. I think some time ago I made a post, or I mentioned the necessity of having a national vision and a national philosophy of life. Someone responded to me and indicated that what I am suggesting, or having a national vision, is a pipe dream. I'm very concerned about that, because in life, generally speaking, one has to have a philosophy of life. That is on the individual level. It's also on the family level, and it's also on the national level. And what I am seeing going on in Barbados, and may I congratulate or say thanks to Mr. Victor Lewis for the excellent work that he is doing in trying to preserve Barbados for Barbadians.
Yes.
But I think that all of what is happening to us in Barbados is as a result of poor governance, because there is no national vision, there is no national philosophy, and there seems to be no structured national development plan. And therefore, I am asking the question now, have you ever heard about the unified field theory by, what's his name again? The philosopher, Einstein, Albert Einstein?
No, I haven't heard of that. What's it called?
The unified field theory, which is E equals MC squared, something like that.
Okay. Yes.
Well, the European, the white race, they have a unified field theory, which is white supremacy. They believe that white people are supreme to all other races. That's their unified field theory. The Arabs have a unified field theory that unites them all as one. Their field theory is there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet. So that if you do not believe in Allah, and if you don't worship Muhammad or you revere Muhammad, then something is wrong with you. The Chinese also say only Chinese can be Chinese in China. I want to know from Black Barbadians and from people, generally speaking, from African people, what is our unified field theory? Why is it that any and everybody can move into Barbados or move into Africa and take control of the land, take control of the businesses, take control of everything? And then we are pushed down the ladder, and then we complain and grumble and make noise. And the other thing that I want to clarify is that now, whenever certain of us speak about the influx of foreigners, so to speak, and the way they are controlling our country, we get accused of being xenophobic. Huh? We are accused of being xenophobic and we hate this body, we are racist. Like, for example, I remember the Sunday before the last general election in February, I was chatting with a 20-year-old young man who had just lost his job the same Friday evening. And
no, go right ahead.
The conversation developed into foreigners buying land in Barbados. And he said to me, I'm discussing issues with you, and you bring up bring up race, you know, and each time you try to defend Barbados's national interest, and you speak against what is happening to us as a people and to Barbadians, we are accused of being xenophobic, we are accused of being racist, yet still we fail to recognize that the most hated and despised race on the face of the earth is the African people. Everybody else think that they are superior to and better than Black people. And whenever we see what is happening to us, we are accused of being racist and xenophobic and all kind of nonsense. But I am closing now. I'm saying, if we want to solve our national issues, then we are going to have a national vision that puts Barbadians and Black Barbadians first. We're going to have a national philosophy, and we need to have an independent national development plan. No more big words ain't going to nobody. A national, an independent national body who will be spearheading a national development plan and take it out of the hands of misguided, and may I say, ignorant politicians.
Wow. This is, and I will say, you know, continue to speak, Nigel. As you know, people on this chat, you know, you have all kinds of people that they comment and they say so many different things. You know, I've had to take people off, you know, based on sometimes they curse, they call people's names on here. And so you get some of everybody. There are people now who are agreeing with you, or some people disagree with you. That's just how it is, you know.
I know.
But I totally understand the importance, you know, as Miss Electronic Crazy is agreeing with you. Every organization, government, business start with a vision. That's only natural. That's only normal. That's what happens. All right. So, well, thank you so much. And please don't stop calling. You know, you call and share your views. All right.
Well, I wouldn't stop, but Barbadian, we need to have first of all, personal philosophy of life. We need to have a national philosophy, and we need to have a national vision.
Yes.
Without a vision and without a philosophy of life, we will continue to go downhill.
Yes. Yes.
It was a pleasure talking to you tonight, and I say blessings and goodwill to the loyal opposition.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nigel. Always a pleasure. Always. Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Terry and Nigel, who called in. All right. So, guys, this is where we end, but we didn't get a chance to talk about Elevate. And I want to thank God for this person, and they could tell me if I should say their name, who sent this to me. You can message me and tell me whether I can say your name. That they have they're in the diaspora and they put together this package to be sent to Barbados for the Elevate program. I just want to thank you all. We are people of action. We are people of action. They can never go away and say that we are the people who walk the streets. We protest. We educate. We are involved. We do humanitarian work. All of us. When I say we, it's all of us. We research. We just love Barbados, and we do the work. And so this summer, I'm telling you, we are already. There are some of the reports I'm seeing from some of the kids, not the best. And I'm seeing reports, parents are sending their reports and so on. And we're seeing the areas that we can work with the children. So when we get the material like this, we appreciate it. We do appreciate it. And what we do need, we need some help this summer. I'm going to put it out on my page on when it's Saturdays. We are going to expand Saturdays at Colamarock. We need some more help. We need people there because the reports are in, and the areas where the children are falling down in is, believe it or not, it's reading and English. Yep. I know you're not surprised. So we do need that help. Yeah. And thank you for this. Jacqueline would know we need this kind of material, right, Jacqueline? This is great. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'll see you tomorrow in St. Philip because I go down and I also help to teach. Jacqueline comes down along with the people in the community. So whatever I'm asking you to do, I'm doing it as well, right? This is not, I say one thing and do something else. So we do need we need help. Jacqueline would need some help too. We all need help. And she's telling me already, yes, I'll be there. And she gets there minutes before I get there. Jacqueline is always there before I get there in Bel Air. And we go down and we work with the children and it's a pleasure. And they sing their song. And yeah, it's really great. It's really great. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining tonight. And we will see you on Friday with Dr. Ferdinand Nichols, and we will continue the Black Belly Sheep scandal. We are going to dig deeper in that Black Belly Sheep scandal. We're going to continue that on Friday with Dr. Ferdinand Nichols. And Miss Maxine McLean should be on as well. Apostle Canterbury is going to be on, and Caroline is going to be on as well. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a packed show. All right, on Friday. So see you all. God bless you. Love you all. Thank you, Dave. Thank you to everyone who came on tonight. It was wonderful. Andre Worrell, always excellent. And of course, Victor Lewis. Oh my God, with a roving microphone, doing an amazing job. God bless you all, everybody. Bye-bye.
Holy Father, walk with me. Oh my God, protect me. Holy Father, walk with me. Oh my God, oh my God. Defend, press up for the defend. Find me top to end. Jesus is my friend. Holy Father, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Oh, 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 oh. Center, 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 center. No info but no pardon. God with me every morning. If you serve you tight and crazy, answer me when I call. Never ready for warning. Word of God's guarding. And I drink has done. Build my faith. Like I thought I can charge him. Hey, Holy Father, walk with me. For my God, protect me. Holy Father, walk with me. Oh my God, oh my God. Defend, press our soldiers. Defend. Find me top to end. Jesus is my friend. Holy Father, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Oh, 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 oh. crime and violence inside the street. Make the feel like some of bad boys bring the heat. AK-47 gunshots on repeat. Gunshots on repeat. Somebody hit concrete. Father armor, but tell me every day on you. Recite a prayer every day and night for me sleep. I stay with God, so me coulda never get defeat. Bible in me reach, fit time me I teach. So Holy Father, walk with me. For my God, protect me. Holy Father, walk with me. Oh my God, oh my God. I to defend, Western soldiers, defend. But they have to end, it's not in my brain. Holy Father, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Oh, don't, oh, don't, oh, don't, oh, don't. Take a. God is coming, God is coming. Maybe for my Lord, boy, maybe for my Lord, boy. God is coming, God is coming. Maybe for my Lord, boy, maybe for my Lord, boy. Little dreadful noise, 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 little dreadful noise. Follow me, hey. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Father, thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Father, thank you. I love you, God. Hey, 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 hey. I love you, God. Thank you. I love Warner.